going southbound at Midland Road. That's got the right lane closed.
The holiday week is upon us, and it is all about textbook St. Louis weather for this time of year. It's our first real solid heat wave of the season. Lots of sunshine. Today, hot, it's humid, it's kind of steamy. 95 will do it for the high. Continue to look for that full moon tonight. Clear skies and humid, 77 Tuesday. Sunny, hot, and humid. Building haze Tuesday afternoon, 98 degrees. Clear skies Tuesday night and a warm 77. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, sunny, hot, and humid, 98. Looking at the 4th of July, sunny, hot, and humid. Maybe a pop thunderstorm, but very, very isolated, 95 for the 4th of July. This is not record heat. The records this time of year are about 101 to 105, but either way, it's hot and it is humid. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Sponsored by Michael's Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts, michaelsflooringoutlet.com. We've got a cloudy sky. Right now it is 91 degrees, and the feels like is 91 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
It's time for a $98 AC tune-up.
Honey, I found the one.
Oh, I thought I was the one.
Oh, you are, but this one's certified, background check, shows up on time, and can install all the ceiling fans.
Heating, cooling, electrical, and plumbing. Trusted pros who do it right.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis. DGS 104.1 FM KMOX. Happy Monday to you. I was getting gas today, and I was, like, empty. And it usually takes about $60 to fill the Jeep. And I got to about $37. I'm like, F this. That's enough gas for me. It's too hot. Standing out there, baking.
Can't make it another minute.
No, I can't.
It's that bad, though. Don't like it.
It's hot.
I'm also mad at Dave Murray. I'm trying to decide whether to start something with him or not.
You gonna start beef?
Figure it out. I know that Dave hates hyperbole about the weather, and I get that. We definitely become way more, like the sky is falling and all that kind of stuff.
Everything's a big deal.
Yeah, but during his forecast, he's like, textbook weather. No, it's not textbook weather. It's 112 real feel for 10 days. That's not textbook weather.
It's a real hot textbook.
It's always hot in July. That's what he would say.
Well, it's summer. Yeah.
Well, what do you want? What do you expect?
Yeah, but what's the average for about now? Upper 80s?
Well, then he'd be like in 1912.
It was 200 degrees.
115. Okay, thank you, Dave.
I'm not saying anything bad about Dave Murray.
Nah. You'll be the last one standing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so how was yesterday? Out at the ball fields?
Hot.
I haven't been able to stop looking at your sunburn.
I don't have much.
I haven't been able to stop looking.
I didn't even notice it.
No, there's not much because I use so much sunscreen that it's not going to get through.
I guess I see a little on your arms.
Yeah, there's a little there, a little on the neck, some like the back of the neck, but nothing terrible because I use so much sunscreen. I'm just not going to burn that much.
A little pink on the forehead.
I would say that's from my hat rubbing on there. That part's covered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's just from the hat friction. It's because I wore my bucket hat yesterday, and that one fits a little tight.
Nice.
You have a bucket hat?
I have a bucket hat.
I want a bucket hat.
It's great for those days.
Man, do I
like
not want a
yesterday.
bucket hat.
Oh.
Bucket hats are awesome, and they're in right now.
Oh, I know they're in, but they're still stupid.
For these incredibly hot summer days, like these hot days, that keep the sun off your neck and face is so great.
I need to get a hat because I'm going to this tennis tournament at the end of July, and we're going to be outside for like 12 hours that day. And I need a hat, and I need more than a ball cap because I need to cover my ears and I want to cover my neck.
I'm telling you, man.
Sock cap.
Straw hat.
Yeah. No, I've been looking at hats on Amazon. Why can't they make a cool-looking hat? that protects you from the
They
sun.
do. They make all those Kentucky Derby hats.
Yeah, get one of
I
those.
think Rach should get a Kentucky Derby hat.
Get a Melania hat.
But
like the Hamburglar.
They all look silly. I'm going to look silly.
Just
But
get a
that's
bucket hat.
okay.
They're cool.
My neck will not get burnt.
That's right.
I'd have to be really down on my luck to wear a bucket hat. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, that's
We
fine.
all just have these things, right?
Yeah.
I'm from a different generation than you guys.
Yeah.
So
I want to see wheels in the bucket hat. I'm kind
I
of
mean,
having a hard time
I don't
picturing
know if I have
it.
I have it in the. It's in the car.
Go
I
get
think
it.
I've- I
I
think
want
I've
Dave
seen
to try
you wear
it
it.
on.
What's that?
I think I've seen you wear it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I only wear the one I have for coaching. I don't wear one anywhere else.
Well,
'cause-
you didn't know I was watching.
Yeah. You were just out there in right field.
Yeah.
I'm just lurking
Andrew just
outside
likes
the
to
fence.
watch them play.
Just lurking outside the fence. Got to see what this is all about.
how was everyone's weekend besides hot?
It's nice.
Yeah, other than that, it's nice.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I've got a stretch coming up. Friday, we have a afternoon game with the Cubs. So we're going to do from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. And then the weekend. And then since I'm not taking a vacation this summer because Phoebe's out of town, I took off Monday. And then we have a game on Tuesday.
Oh, we do?
It's a good stretch.
Day game Tuesday?
Sure do.
It's rescheduled right now.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
And we have tickets to it because I bought tickets for that.
All right.
So
And it's a 2 o'clock game?
you and your bucket hat are invited.
It's a 2 o'clock game?
Friday's a 2 o'clock game.
Friday's 3, yeah.
Yeah.
But 2 pregame.
2 pregame. And then next Tuesday, I think it's like 1:10.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, that which is basically impossible. Not impossible, but very hard to get much of this show in.
yeah, I consider it a day off,
Usually Matt and I finish up whatever needs to be finished afterwards. Yeah.
which we appreciate.
That's easy enough.
I have 3 pages. This is okay. I'm experiencing right now what I experience at home when I'm looking at Netflix and stuff. I have 3 pages of show prep. I was so excited, 3 pages, and now I'm like, oh no.
You know what? This kind
No.
of ties into something I wanted to talk about, Dave. Is that okay?
Take it away.
So I was reading this article. It was like a BuzzFeed thing, like, oh, things that people in the 80s and 90s, luxuries they experienced that today's kids will never know, blah, 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 a whole bunch of stuff. One of the things on the list was what they referred to as video store culture.
Mm-hmm.
So, like the culture of going to the Blockbuster and you smell the popcorn and you're looking through all the covers of the movies and yada, yada, yada. And while all that was fun, the thing I think I missed the most from that time was knowing that that was what I was there to choose from. I was going to take that video home for either the 2 days or the 5 days, however long the rental was. And I was probably going to watch it several times.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like excited to get that movie because that was the movie I picked.
Mm-hmm.
Now, even if I'm looking forward to seeing a new movie, if I'm like, that looks good, I have this thing where once it hits a streaming platform I actually have, I don't even really want to watch it.
I know.
I'm like,
know.
well, not right now. And it feels like all of the magic has been removed from that experience. For me, anyway. I know it's different for a lot of people, but for me, I appreciated like the effort it took. And once the effort got taken away and like I didn't have to exert effort anymore, it became so much less fun.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I'll go through Netflix, Apple, Prime, regular YouTube television, and they're just like I say there should be a term for it. Gen Z's gonna have to come up with one, but just that feeling of like,
Yeah, not right now.
I
We'll
don't
watch it
think
later.
so. Then I have to go all the way through the beginning, the middle, and the end.
But if someone had come to you in like 2005 and
my
been
God.
like, hey, look at all these movies you can
Like, I'm
choose
set.
from. Exactly.
Never be bored again.
See, that's the thing. To me, this sounds almost exactly like, remember the Eddie Murphy joke where he's like lost in the desert and somebody gives you a cracker and it's the greatest cracker you ever had in your life? That's what it was going to Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have gourmet food at home.
Yeah.
So you got that cracker and you were thrilled to have that cracker. Then you get, now we've got the gourmet food in our kitchen.
Yeah.
And it's all we want anytime we want. So then you can't pick because because your desperation's not there. We don't have that desperation now to be like, I need to be entertained.
The feeling of going into a Blockbuster, looking for a first-run movie, and you're like, I'm sure you don't have The Fugitive, do you? And he's like, one just came back, but it's now rewinded. I'm like, I'll take it.
I'll rewind it. It's okay.
Like, oh, my God, that was...
And they had those like turbo rewinders
Oh yeah.
right there on the counter. It's like, bzzz.
Be kind.
Yeah, it was that stupid Wuthering Heights that came out earlier this year. When it was in theaters, I was like, oh, maybe I'll pop over to the movie theater and watch it because I just thought it looked like tacky and fun. Now it's streaming. I have less than no desire to watch. I'm like, ugh, I wanted to watch that at one point. Gross.
Yeah, see, back in the
No.
day, though, your options were that or just whatever was on TV at a random time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Versus now, where anything you want is there whenever you want.
Yeah,
it.
my whole childhood was watching the last half of the Creature from the Black Lagoon on Channel 11. He's like,
Well,
oh,
it's like-
okay.
Well, we both love the 10 Commandments.
Yes. Sexiest movie ever made.
Because it's once a year it's on TV. And there weren't that many movies that aired on TV. And it's like, this is my chance to watch it. If you showed a kid today the 10 Commandments, they'd be like, this is the lamest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, Corey says anyone born after 1999 has no clue
Nope.
what you mean by rewind.
Nope, because it's all been DVDs since then.
Yeah, so true.
That was a great technological shift. CDs and DVDs from tape. Because those just don't go. I mean, like, barring a really bad scratch, you're okay. The tapes were guaranteed to get ruined.
Yeah. God, I remember watching my dad try to figure out this first VCR.
Oh, man.
It was kind of pretty sweet because my dad was a grumpy guy.
Right.
And didn't like to be wrong about anything. Man, oh man, was he cussing.
Yeah. I can remember ours. Ours was like back at that time when they first came out. You typically got the VCR and also like a big camera on a tripod, like the big home movie camera. It was like a whole system. You had to buy it all, and it was not cheap.
No.
I mean, thousands.
No,
of
if someone
dollars.
had a camera.
It was thousands. I remember when my dad brought it home. We were like, "Are we rich? Are we allowed to have these things?"
Well, you had a fighter jet at your high school.
Well, no, they have one now.
I know. I just like making you say that.
And the answer to "Are we rich?" every time was yes.
No, I wish,
Yes.
man.
Yes, we are.
100%.
I wish.
Son, don't talk to those kids. They smell like poor.
Speaking of Gen Z, they have a new term for something: chalant dating.
Say that again.
So it's not nonchalant.
Chalant dating.
So,
yes.
like, really into somebody and giving it your best.
right from the start.
Great.
Yes.
Great.
Remember, what was the one? Goblin Intimacy was the one where you show up to a date in your sweatpants with no
Yeah.
makeup.
Yeah.
And chalant dating, I guess, is the opposite, where you show up ready to go and I love you and you love me and let's have some pork rinds.
I guess it's the thing that troubles me is the idea that it's like there's one answer to everything. I just haven't found the answer. Like I haven't been lucky in dating, so I need to try all these. Maybe I'll try chalant dating,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then suddenly everything will click into
Yeah.
place.
Right.
I don't think it works like that.
I also
Yeah.
think they just made up a word.
Well, I saw another one. Man, I'll bring it up since we're already talking about this, but I was so mad when I saw this earlier. They're calling it not nightcaps, but they're calling it like anytime caps or something really stupid like that. But it's just when you have a drink at any time.
Oh, shut up.
I know.
I want a lunch cap.
It's stupid.
Yep.
It's not a cap. Just say you're having a drink.
Right.
And then if you
I
say
really
no
hate
cap,
it.
it's something else.
Just stop.
No cap.
Just have the drink or don't. I don't care. Stop talking about it. The way you talk about it, it's annoying.
Gen Z does name things like everyone else names their pets.
Well,
Like,
is
we
it
got to come up with a name.
Well, it's like, I think they're just goofing around, but then people my age and older who work in media are like, they see it on Twitter and they're like, oh, the kids, they're calling it anytime capping. And it's like, I think they're being stupid. And now we're turning it into a thing and it all just needs to end.
You can't
That's
keep
it.
up with all this.
The thing is, you got to start using those words because then you take control of them.
I would have,
And they will stop.
I would have more respect if a single thing they say was being said for the first time.
If it wasn't just the same crap, just named differently.
Yeah.
Like,
Andrew-
that's an apple. Nope, that's a blurp and flop.
I thought Andrew was drinking a green juice in there.
Okay.
No.
I lived an entire lifetime over the
Yell
2
it.
seconds I watched him take that drink. It's so funny that you mentioned it because you were like, you look like a guy who's about to drink poison. You're like, okay,
He's like stirring it a little bit.
here we go. This is it. This is it.
He's like the king's, like, the guy testing it for the king.
Yeah.
He's the
Could be
royal
my last
taster.
drink.
And I just happened to look over and he was like, the slowest approach with a cup of all time.
I was looking at it because I got to take the lid off because the lid broke. So I got to take the lid off, and there's
Were you
like
shaking it too hard and that's why it broke?
yes.
What about the cup?
Oh my.
And then there's like a little thing in here, like a little speck, and then I didn't know what so I'm like observing the speck, and then I was trying to like, well, maybe it's powder, I'll dissolve it. So then I did the little swish, the little swirl here.
The little sommelier
It's like
move.
stock
Yeah.
footage of someone taking a drink. I've
He's
never
smelling the
seen this
bouquet.
before.
Central Casting taking a drink.
Did you swallow the speck?
No, it's still in there.
Okay.
I will, just haven't yet.
Is it a bug?
No, it's not a bug.
Okay.
I think it's a piece of the like powder or something.
Yeah.
I hope so.
But I don't want to like dip my finger because you can like dip the surface and it'll cling to your finger. I don't want to do that because it's like I don't want to get my dirty fingers in the
Go wash your hands.
nice clean drink. Well, I gotta walk all the way. I mean,
It's your finger.
Dude, the stomach acid will dissolve whatever's on there.
I don't want to leave it up to my stomach acid.
It's a great quote.
I've been beaten up by that thing enough times. I don't want to.
You guys aren't on speaking terms.
Yeah, me and stomach acid don't have a great relationship.
There's one person you don't trust.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't have a great relationship.
Let me tell you guys about my friend Dr. Matt Bay, Dr. Matt Bays at Bay Sports Medicine. And I respect the doc because he took a chance, opened up this doctor's office that does a very specific thing. Now, he does a myriad of treatments, but it's all injury-based. So if you or someone in your family has been freshly injured, and it's the kind of thing that you might go to an emergency room or to an orthopedic surgeon, but you don't know yet whether it's broken or strained or torn or pulled or what have you, Doc is a sports medicine doctor. He's great at diagnosing and treating. If you do need surgery, he will get you to a surgeon like Dr. Corey Solman. And the other half of what he does is for people who have chronic pain that you may be able to trace back to, oh, man, I remember the tackle when I was in varsity in high school and it separated my shoulder. I never had it repaired. Or it may be something like, I don't know. I just know that it hurts anytime I do this. He has stem cell injections, which he can use, or, more conventional sort of treatments. He's also really dedicated to customer service, so you're not going to waste away in his waiting room, especially when you're in pain. 636-735-3003, BaySportsMed.com.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Amendment 4 on the August ballot hides some ugly facts. It would create a new minority veto power, but only for ballot issues that are citizen-led.
I just say no to that.
Amendment 4 permanently ends majority rule for citizen-led ballot issues.
I'm a no on 4.
Politicians put Amendment 4 on the ballot to severely limit citizens' constitutional power.
I say no on 4.
4 is a power grab by politicians. It lets one congressional district veto reforms backed by the majority of voters statewide, giving as few as 5% of voters control over the rest of us.
That's why I say no to 4.
4 would make it nearly impossible to rein in out-of-control politicians.
I say heck no.
Ford takes away our constitutional power we've used for over 100 years to pass reforms that politicians wouldn't. Keep majority rule and your power. Just say no to Amendment 4. It's an ugly politician power grab. Paid for by Missourians for Fair Governance.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circa Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. For everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circa Sports app, then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circa Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circasports.com today. Must be 21 or older and in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Built on a century. Focused on today. The voice of St. Louis. KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. Happy Monday. So there's nothing the Japanese can't do. They have invented a self-driving toilet.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
driving?
Rach, you have one of those vacuums, right? What's it called?
Oh, yeah, Roborock.
Yeah, it's like that, but you poop in it. And it was made initially for people who have disabilities. And so the toilet can come to you and all this kind of stuff. But, of course, then lazy people are like, you know what? I could just be sitting on my couch and call it on over.
Mm-hmm.
So they're expecting it to hit the U.S. in another year or so.
Because walking to the bathroom is so much of an ask.
You got it, Ace.
For some,
Who's going to just poop in the living room?
plenty of people.
I think there are probably 2 people on this show that would do that.
I'll do it.
There's one.
Who's going to clean that thing?
Well, I mean,
Probably no one, honestly.
What do you mean?
I mean, if you're
Wait a minute.
summoning the
Wait a minute.
toilet.
No. That's maybe my favorite thing you've ever said. Because you said it with so much conviction, like, no one, honestly. Like, someone has some experience
Well,
with
let
this.
me make my case.
Okay.
If you're going to summon the toilet to the living room because you can't shuffle over to the bathroom.
I'm just picturing
like,
somebody with their fingers in the air and going, toilet!
I think
Yeah.
so.
Snapping their fingers.
I don't know how often you're cleaning that thing. Like,
Oh, I see.
It seems like way more effort to clean your portable toilet than it is to just use the regular
Because there's not
toilet.
going to be any place for anything to go.
Precisely. So it's just going to sit
it's like
down
having
there.
it's like having a motorhome. You got to empty those things.
I don't know. I mean, it seems like the Japanese would have thought of that.
Or does
Like,
it
well,
just
now
like-
we got to clean it.
Does it just plug into like a toilet hole somewhere and just clean itself?
That would be a great idea, like a dryer vent.
That sounds really like it probably costs like a car.
Let me see here.
Rach, as usual, Rach is going to go look at the facts now.
Right down the rabbit hole or the toilet hole.
It's really expensive, apparently.
How much?
13 grand.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of a lot.
I do not need to poop in the
Okay.
living room that quickly.
So it goes back to its docking station and hooks into your existing plumbing and runs everything through a low noise grinder before flushing it out.
I don't know why
And
that
there's
just sounds awful.
There's a self-cleaning cycle. So, yeah, it cleans itself.
It's got a garbage disposal in it.
Grind it up.
That's so funny.
If you were rich, would you have a couple?
No.
No. I would
can
just have
walk-
like a bathroom attached to my bedroom for the first time in
Yeah,
my
I
life.
mean-
That would be amazing.
Like most bathroom walks, it's no more than 20 feet, right?
That grinder better be low noise. Okay, good. It's low noise. Okay, good.
Not everything you do is because you gotta.
Well, yeah, but who needs to flex on that?
I don't want to go in my living room.
Yeah,
I want
make
to
a
go in
point.
my bathroom.
Yeah,
Make a
I mean, that's
point.
what it's for. Because then sorry to get gross, but
Andrew,
then,
you and I can get
but
one.
Then, but then the smell's in your living room where you're watching
Well,
TV,
yes.
as opposed to being in the bathroom where
It's
it
not-
belongs.
Nah,
Well,
that
and they
thing's
make a good
ground
point.
up already.
They make a good point. It's not really what I want. What I want is the Homer Simpson style. I want the hole in the bottom of the chair, so I don't have to get
You
up.
want to poop in the chair you watch TV on?
Because if I'm going in the living room already I'm going in the living room. So that's, I mean,
I don't
you
like
know,
where this is going.
I'm creating the problem
The
there.
self-driving toilet is not convenient enough for you.
It just, yeah. If I'm getting up anyway, I might as well just walk to the bathroom.
This may be the laziest thing I've ever heard someone say.
If I'm already getting up, I'll walk to the bathroom because that's like the hard part's getting up. So it's like once I've gotten up to transfer onto the floating toilet,
You might as well walk to the toilet.
I might as well just walk to the regular one.
Yeah, right.
So it actually doesn't do me any good at all.
So what we need now is a combo toilet recliner.
Yes.
What if the recliner moved, and then you could drive the recliner over to the quiet grinding station?
Like if I could, well, then I'd just have a
wheelchair
that I could poop in.
I'm picturing Andrew watching the movie WALL-E and being like, dang, those humans have it figured out.
Yeah.
They never have to get up.
They had it good. They figured it out. That's why they were all doing it. They were like, we cracked it, folks.
We have solved all the problems.
I'll tell you guys about my friend Mike at Michael's Baths. I have a couple of good Mikes. Michael's Flooring, been with me for 26 years now. And Mike at Michael's Baths, been with me 3 years. And he really kind of took the station by storm. And it has 5% to do with me, 95% to do with him. And he was lucky. I mean, he's good at what he does, don't get me wrong. But the market was just right. Given Bath Fitter and 3-Day Kitchen and Bath advertising on television like they do for the past few years, then everyone knew, like, oh, you can just go to a place that just remodels bathrooms. That seems pretty cool. And Mike's been doing it for the past 10 years, been in construction for 30 years. Everyone is local. Everything is local. He has like perfect scores and ratings on all of the rating places. I've spoken to several people who've used him. They all absolutely loved him. He uses all made in the USA products. Right now, he will give you a free rain shower head, or you can upgrade with safety features like grab bars or built-in seats. He's also 30 to 50% less than the aforementioned national companies and does a much better local, you got his cell phone kind of job. 636-775-0800 or call or go to michaelsbaths.com.
The thing that you need in the morning, when you first wake up.
Total Information AM.
I like to be informed with the news and like to know, like in the mornings, I like to know what's going on.
Debbie Monterey, Megan Lynch, Tom Ackerman.
It's always smart to know what's going on.
Your morning news and information.
The national and local news.
Weather.
Sports.
I like the traffic reports.
Total Information AM.
I listen to it in the mornings, so it really gets me going.
Total Information AM. Weekdays 5 to 9 on the voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
At Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like customizing car insurance, just like how we customize a song for you. Catered country tune. Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks while protecting your truck. Cause 30 told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. I'll always trust in Limu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by i3 Broadband. Summer celebrations are here, whether you're heading to Red, White, and Boom in Peoria or listening to Cardinals baseball on KMOX. i3 Broadband keeps you connected. Head over to i3broadband.com/radio today or call 1-866-806-5485 to upgrade today, because life runs better on fiber, and i3 Broadband is here for you.
The summer long-lasting steam bath is in place. Lots of sunshine, hot and humid this afternoon, 95 degrees. Tonight, clear skies. Check out that full moon. It's very warm, very humid overnight, 77. That's it for the low. Tuesday, sunny, hot and humid, some building haze. Tuesday afternoon, 98. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, sunny, hot and humid, 98. Same thing on 4th of July, just a tiny chance of a pop thunderstorm. For Saturday, 95 degrees. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Bill, that's a big smile for an old politician.
I'm thinking about our plan. It's slick enough to make a lobbyist blush. First, we hoodwink voters with Amendment 5. Tell them it's a tax cut. Once they're hooked, we decide who pays the higher taxes.
So it's not a tax cut plan, and we don't get a say?
Right, just swaps who pays the tax, but it does remove 3 voter-passed taxpayer constitutional protections. That lets us levy new taxes on services, increase sales taxes, and even tax home sales, and voters will no longer get to vote on tax hikes.
Higher sales taxes on groceries, gas, service taxes on doctor visits, childcare, and even rent on apartments. Jeez. taxes could exceed 20%.
Sure, they figure that up to 80% of taxpayers will pay more taxes. Many, hundreds more. Seniors, they'll get hit even harder. But our big donors will cut a fat hog.
The ones getting butchered by Amendment 5 are most taxpayers. I'm voting no on 5.
Paid for by Missourians for fair taxation.
Get inside your Redbirds in the 2026 season every Tuesday at noon. It's All Access with Cardinals manager Ollie Marmol on your voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
All right, guys, we are the center of the soccer world right now in the United States. And, of course, FanDuel Sportsbook, which is the official sportsbook of KMOX, they are changing the game for all of us that play along from home. Because sometimes when you got some action on a soccer match, especially on this world stage, your player gets subbed off for a whole bunch of reasons. It could be heat, could be an injury, could be just performance. They want a different look. Well, usually when that happens, you're done, but not with FanDuel Super Sub. If your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. So if your player's out, you're good. You're good. Your bet continues on with the substitute. So whoever steps into that spot, whoever is the sub that comes in, you get to get the production from that player to continue your bet. So you're still in the game until the final whistle. So all you need to do is get signed up if you're not already and go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to get started to learn more. And then you can let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Just remember, you have to be 21 or older and present in Missouri. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Is this Donna Summer?
Oh, yeah.
Donna Summer. Hell yeah. Her and Shaka Khan when I was 14 years old. Kidding me? It's good stuff. I like to think of myself as being fairly worldly and eclectic, and I kind of have my finger on the pulse. Am I the only one who is shocked that they don't have ranch dressing in Europe?
It does feel like an American condiment when you think about it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean,
I just figured by now it would have spread from the Hidden Valley.
It literally is
They
invented
can't find
here. It was invented here by a dude that was cooking for ranchers, which is how it kind of got called. Yep. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we do and have they don't have. Then some of it they don't care for, but apparently they like ranch dressing.
Yeah, we must be like carnival to them.
I saw one guy, a British guy, so he's it's okay for him to make this joke, but he was saying that he's hearing that all of his friends that have come here for the World Cup are bringing back like cases of seasoning and spices. He said, because we don't use those in Britain. He said, we use salt and pepper, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
And that joke would not have been okay if he wasn't British.
Well, it just means he knows, man. I don't know what they use.
I do. Nothing.
I get really excited for like all types of cuisine. I don't know that I've ever heard of like an English dish and been like, give me some of that.
Bangers and mash. That sounds pretty good.
Sounds great. Sounds great.
I really want to try
blood pudding. Oh yeah.
I really want to try like old timey like pie and mash, like the old kind of London worker food. That's like
you're weird like that.
It's just a crust with some like meat in it and like some mashed potatoes.
No, I get it.
And then
I get it.
I don't want the stewed eels because the stewed eels look gross. But like
the what?
Stewed eels.
What's that?
Eels that are stewed.
Oh,
stew. I thought you said stew deals.
I
100%.
I 100% pretended I knew what he was talking
hard
about.
to say.
Stewed eels.
It's hard to say.
I'm
Eels
like,
in a stew.
Stewed eels. Who needs that in a shepherd's pie?
Stewed eels. And I watch them make it, and they don't put nothing.
Where are you watching this?
They don't put nothing.
Same place you watch the prison food?
TikTok, yeah. Because I watch one, and then I like it and read all the comments and like all the comments, and then it's like, oh, I guess this guy must like this video for some reason. I don't know where they'd get that idea. Then I get 500 more that night, and then I'm just like, I need this. I need to try this. I have Googled so many times like where to get this in the area. You can't get it. They don't make it.
There's not a single
There's
like
a reason,
English place.
'cause nobody else wants it.
Because it
tastes good.
Apparently, no one that's ever had it likes it unless you're like born in East London.
You just made good. I never thought of this. There's no such thing as an English restaurant. There's French restaurants, German restaurants.
Yeah, there is.
There's
kind
an
of
English restaurant. Where?
Yeah, there's English. Well, we have Scottish Arms who are going to be, I think, next
Scottish.
week. Next week's going to be joining us.
Not England.
It's the same deal.
I mean, there are Irish pubs with
I feel like they'd be
Irish
more
type
upset
foods.
by you saying they're the same than
Yeah,
saying
I think
that
so.
English food is bad.
I think so. They'd be like,
They
we're
might.
not the same.
They absolutely might. In Chicago, I don't know if we have, I guess like London Tea Room is kind of an English restaurant in a way.
Well, it's just like tea and little sandwiches.
Do they eat other stuff over there?
No, just tea and little
Just tea and little
sandwiches.
sandwiches, I think. In Chicago, there's a couple because I ate at one once that was like a true English restaurant, and it was fine.
I heard something interesting. I think I was watching on Netflix the Tom Hanks, The American Experience, but it could have been something like that. But they were talking to an English historian.
Oh, I saw this.
Did you? And they're like, so, sorry about that whole revolution, right? And he's like, I'll be honest with you, it's not a big deal in England. Like, we really don't even talk about it or think about it.
They said they don't teach it in school.
They don't teach it in school. They said the French Revolution was way bigger deal than the American Revolution, which made me feel kind of bad. It's like breaking up with a girlfriend and you're like, and you're going to miss me. And you see her a week later, she's like, oh, I kind of forgot about you.
Yeah. Well, at that time, they were kind of losing all kinds of colonies.
I guess.
You know, like we're just one of many.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the truth.
Just a notch in the bedpost.
The
to
best.
Yeah,
one-
literally.
the best
Why
one
does
of
that
those
hurt?
many.
There goes America.
Yeah.
It hurt to hear him say we were just one of many. We're just one of many. We didn't really matter to them like we thought we did.
Then
It hurts.
why'd they fight so hard to keep us?
Yes, thank you, Kevin.
Lying liars that lie.
Maybe they didn't fight that hard.
Well, I mean, they lost a lot of boats and soldiers. They sent a lot.
That's what they do.
They sent some generals to their defeat.
Oh, that would be even worse. What if England was like, oh, you guys were trying? Oh. Oh my gosh, we weren't even trying.
Yeah, we just sort of like, as a courtesy.
That was you guys trying?
We sent a few troops over.
This was
Oh my
all a
gosh.
show for us.
That's embarrassing.
I also, there's a show on CNN on Sundays now called This Land, I think. And it's about the migration and how we got this and the Louisiana Purchase. And look, I don't mean to piss off my MAGA people, but do a little research. I'm not saying we should give the Southwest back to Mexico. I like it. But we straight up took that stuff. I mean, like, they owned the whole Southwest. And then they invited Americans to come into the Texas territories. And we would intermarry with Mexicans, have the Tejanos and all this and the culture. But we also wanted to bring slavery. And they're like, yeah, that's not cool. And they're like, how about if we just take it? And then the Alamo and then the war and Polk. And next thing you know, we've added a third to our country. For $12 million, we ended up making a deal with them.
Yeah.
And we bought Texas, New Mexico, all that for $12 million.
Yep. Which back then probably was like what?
I
A
think
trillion now?
No. I think it was even considered a steal back then.
Really?
Yeah.
What year was that ish?
It was 1835. Yeah, I think 1835. Sounds right.
I was going to say 1989.
It's amazing what you learn when you just like watch stuff, do a little reading.
Yeah. It would be $500 million now, so yeah, that's not a bad deal.
Why were you scared of the grocery store?
Oh my gosh. I went to Aldi this morning.
No need to explain.
Well,
I love Aldi.
I haven't been to Aldi in many years. And usually I just go in and I get like a loaf of bread or something. But today I had downloaded the Aldi app and I had made a list of wonderful things I wanted to get. But I never shop there.
Yeah.
I was scared.
Sure.
Everyone else knows exactly what to do.
Yeah.
And I'm like standing there trying to find things. And everyone else is like, I know exactly where it is. I felt at one point like I was being stalked by a man with a cart. Because every time I would move, he was like right behind me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, am I in your way? And I felt like the answer to that question was yes.
It's
to
like
everyone else shopping there.
It's
Probably trying to help you.
It's like going.
No,
it's like going to your
he was
first.
not trying to help.
It's like going to your first swingers party. You don't know what to do.
Well, it's
but
just,
everyone there is like, oh, we know exactly what the rules are.
Well, it'll be much better next time I go. I had a great experience.
Going again?
Yeah, I'm going again. There's many delightful things
You
to
don't
try
have to.
at
Aldi's
Aldi.
great. That's real good grocery store.
It is.
I love Aldi.
It is nice. It's just I don't know where things are because it's not where I usually shop.
Well, they also
was-
don't put stuff in the right place. Like it
It
is.
was
Sounds
not
great.
intuitive. It
Yeah.
was not intuitive.
They're
sales
generally
pitch.
they're generally pretty small stores, so it's not super hard.
better.
It's not super hard to like, once you just got to kind of walk the aisles. I've found.
But I just felt as I was walking the aisles, I was moving at like 10% of the speed of everyone else.
Well, when I went my one time, like 4 years ago, and a guy was coming out with his cart, and he goes, "Hey, if you got a quarter, I'll give you my cart." And I'm like, "Ooh, good one." Like, that's what people do. And then when I was checking out, there were a bunch of bags. So I bagged my groceries and took a couple extra because they're nice bags, not realizing those cost money too. And they didn't say anything. They gave me the side eye.
I never remember to bring my own bag to Aldi, and it is a big pain.
See,
I brought my own today.
I don't mind the bagging thing. Like, they don't have those at Costco or anything. You use their little empty boxes, or you just put it in your car loose. But like, I don't want to pay for my cart.
Well, let's be real. If you
no, I know you get it back. It's the hassle.
If you do the cart quarter thing, like, you're a cop. Like, don't do that. Just pass it along to the next guy.
You're a cop.
Pass it along to the next guy. Let's all be one big family here. We don't need to participate in their weird quarter economy.
See, you just said all you've done is crap on it now. Like, after saying
no,
that
not
you
at all.
love
I
it.
love it. I go there like once a week. I get most of my groceries from there. It's super cheap. Everything I've had there, like all their brand stuff, is really, really good.
Is it one of those things where they sell Pepsi, but it's spelled with a Q?
Excellent meat? No, not at all.
It's cute.
They have some. They have some of both. They have like a ton of store brand stuff, but then they have the mainstream brands.
Aldi is like my main. I've never had anything bad from Aldi, but their quarter cart thing is stupid.
See, there's a very narrow window,
and both can exist.
I think I'm too good for Aldi, but I'm clearly not good enough for Whole Foods. A couple of times I've been to Whole Foods, I'm like, I don't belong here. Like, I don't know what they're doing. Don't know any of the brands. Everything's really expensive. I feel stupid. Try to give a guy a quarter for a cart.
I wanted to go down the aisle with all the fun non-grocery things, but I was just moving too slow. I felt so in the way.
The non-grocery
so
aisle
awkward.
is where Aldi can be a bit of a mess in my experience. That's when they've got like lawn chairs next to
That's what I wanted to look at.
houseplants, next to bath mats, and you're like, what am I looking at here?
Sounds like Dollar General in South Roxana.
It's better than Dollar General. Dollar General's it's not my that's not my store.
But Casey's right across the street.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go to Casey's every day.
Anyway, it was scary, but every time you try new things, it's going to be a little scary. So
I've said it before. Aldi seems like what grocery stores will be during the tribulation period.
see, I don't agree with that. It was not Aldi's fault. It's my fault. I'm not.
Don't blame yourself.
It was my fault.
All I'm hearing is the tribulation is going to be full of cheap, good food.
Yeah, the produce is so cheap. I got blueberries for like $2. It was wonderful.
All right.
And I got Honeycrisp apples for like $6.
Are they really Honeycrisp?
I hope so. That's what they were advertised as.
They were crummy hisp.
You just keep taking shots.
Just misread it.
You know what? Shooters shoot. He does his best.
Yeah, he does.
What's better than watching Team USA in the FIFA World Cup? Watching it with an ice-cold beer in your hand. And there's no better place to do both of those things than at the Beer Garden at Anheuser-Busch. A huge TV. Every seat in the house is great. The beer is as fresh and as cold as you can find it. Bring your crew early, take a brewery tour, and then settle in for all the World Cup action. Visit BudweiserTours.com and experience USA Soccer at the Beer Garden. BudweiserTours.com. I'm Tom Ackerman with this month's Siteman Cancer Center Spotlight, Skin Cancer Awareness this summertime, and we're joined by Dr. Aubriana McAvoy, a WashU medicine surgeon.
So I think most importantly, don't ignore a spot that's changing because early detection can save lives, and a quick skin check today could prevent a much bigger problem down the road.
Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer. For more information, visit siteman.washu.edu.
The soundtrack of classic rock is coming to Hollywood Casino Amphitheater August 6th. Leonard Skinner and Foreigner joining forces for one epic night of legendary hits and unforgettable memories. It's the Double Trouble Double Vision Tour. From Sweet Home Alabama to cold as ice. Don't miss your chance to experience these two Rock and Roll Hall of Fame acts in one incredible show. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com. For more info, KMOX.com/events.
Is your financial advisor working more for your retirement or for his? Find out the real story behind the financial industry with Greg Ayler. Saturdays at 1 on Fire Your Financial Advisor.
I've been burned before. I was just repeating the same patterns. It turns out I had a type.
Workplaces everywhere are looking for love. And by love, we mean the easy way to order food at work. Easy Cater.
I thought ordering from great restaurants at work had to be complicated, but then I met Easy Cater. So many options, so flexible, and when I ordered for 50 gluten-free vegans without going over budget, I knew I'd found the platform I wanted to do life and lunch with.
Fall in love with Easy Cater. Start an order at easycater.com.
Last year, I had back pain radiating down my right leg. The pain was so bad I was willing to cut my leg off to stop the pain. I could barely walk and had to stoop over when I did just to take pressure off the spine. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. In my professional career, I've represented thousands of people who've had herniated discs and issues with their neck and back, but never fully appreciated what they were going through until it was my turn. It's like trying to describe colors to a blind person who's never had sight. All I can tell you is it hurt like hell, but worse. My daily walk was gone, and that bothered me a great deal. Then I thought of all of you and how much more devastating this type of injury could be for you. My life stopped. I now feel your pain. Just know at Morgan & Morgan, we got your back. I understand. Morgan means more.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
When you want a brand new kitchen, there's nothing to it. There's a brand new way to do it. 3-day kitchen and bath. It's all about time.
Save time and money.
Do it now, don't wait till later. Call the top-notch renovator. It's about time.
3 days or less.
At 3-day kitchen and bath.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS 150. Today is National Hug Day. It says, go find someone to consensually hug today. Oh, thanks for
I
that.
had to throw that in there.
Yeah. A bunch of horny goats or something.
People go around just hugging strangers.
And it's National Guy Day.
What's that mean?
Guy. G-U-Y.
Is that for people named Guy?
Just appreciate the guy in your life, I guess.
Not your guy, friend.
Hooters just closed all of its locations in New York and Massachusetts. They're getting closer. It's going to be a sad day.
I guess. I mean, they closed the one down here. I haven't missed it too much, I guess. I can get hot wings elsewhere, I suppose.
Cinnamon Bun Oreos are coming back for the first time in a decade.
Yum. Oh, speaking of Aldi, they had very delicious looking cinnamon rolls in their bakery.
I'm so tired of talking about it.
Somehow resisted mine.
You guys know the 4-second rule?
That's when you drop food on the floor and can eat it still?
Nope. That's the 5-second rule.
Right.
4-second is the amount of time, according to scientists, that the average internet user will wait for a page to load before leaving and going to another site.
I mean, that sounds about right. If it's slower than that, you're like, all right, talk to you later.
How long do you think you give a piece of short form video before you swipe? Not when it's not loading, but just like how long do you give it your attention before you decide whether or not you're going to stick around?
On TikTok, less than a second. Shoot. Thumb. Chef claims that you should never cook burgers on the grill because you lose too much of the fat.
Oh, well, they tasted good that way.
Who's the chef, does it say?
Didn't say.
Yeah.
Well, then why should I care? Oh, I'm a chef. Okay, well, what are your credentials?
Yeah.
I'm a chef. It doesn't matter, I'm a chef. Okay, there's plenty of other chefs that cook them on the grill. Get out of here.
Rob Lowe confirms that a St. Elmo's Fire sequel is in the works.
Oh, for God's sake.
I know.
Like, who wants
I
this?
want to see their crusty asses.
I mean, like, also, but was there anything transformative about that movie that would say, we need to know what those people are up to 30 years later,
it was
or 40
like
or whatever it is?
It was definitely a vibe of my generation.
Yeah.
But it didn't leave me like a
Didn't
cliffhanger,
leave
like
you
wanting
wanting
more.
more?
No, definitely not. Stevie Nicks and Tim McGraw will reportedly perform at the Taylor and Travis wedding on Friday.
That's what I'm hearing, too.
They're calling it Wedding Palooza, and it's estimated that it will cost $20 million, which sounds like nothing to me. I'm so used to billions now and trillionaires that when two super rich, famous people get married, $20 million doesn't sound like that much.
A frugal queen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, she's known for saving money and not being extravagant with things like shutting down half of New York for a $20 million wedding.
O.J. Simpson will not be honored at the Buffalo Bills' new stadium, which opens in September.
Why? Did something happen?
The team says, quote, he is not a fit to display inside our new stadium and family circle.
Was he in the old one?
It's a good question.
Because he hasn't even been like alive for a few years. It seems like you could just like not say anything and.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, were the people demanding OJ?
I don't think anyone's going to ask.
I don't know.
Because I wouldn't think the expectation would be, yes, let's put up a plaque of OJ. Would they he probably should just pretend that didn't happen.
But, look, I'm not advocating for OJ. We all know he did it. But he was found not guilty.
That's okay.
He got arrested for
other stuff,
stick-ups
Yep.
and whatnot. But, I'm just saying, this is one of those where we're all like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They got the Ray Rice statues up.
They do?
Well, no, they
think don't they have a Ray Rice statue?
Why would Ray Rice ever have a statue?
Not in Buffalo, but in Baltimore?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why would he ever have a statue? He wasn't that good.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, there's no Ray Rice statue.
I'd be really surprised.
I meant Ray Lewis. That's what I meant. I meant Ray Lewis.
Yeah, be careful on that one.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
We'll get
I
you in
meant
some
Ray
trouble.
Lewis.
Did you guys see the protesters getting their ass beat at the BET Awards last night?
No, what were they protesting?
Black people. There are these, maybe a dozen of them with these big signs, professionally made, saying black parents are disgusting.
Jeez.
And other things like that. Black culture is death or something like that. And the crowd turned on them.
Gee, I wonder why.
And started grabbing their signs and throwing haymakers. And they got on their truck and left.
Why would you do that? What's wrong with you?
Well, this person
And
is...
I mean the people that show up to protest doing that, not the people beating them up.
Yeah, this is like a professional instigator.
Oh.
I guess this is just what this guy does all the time because he's a loser.
He's a pardoned Jan Sixer.
Oh,
There you go.
shocking.
Tell you guys about Mark and Neil Gelman of eXp Realty. Had Neil on just last week, and he was just basically saying what we all kind of sense, that it's neither a seller's market strongly or a buyer's market strongly. It's sort of really depends. Depends on your house, depends on how you prepare it, depends on your real estate agent, depends on a lot of things. And I will die on this hill. I've said it many, many times vis-a-vis the Gelmans, that the more complicated your medical diagnosis is, the better the doctor you need. Definitely, the more complicated a legal matter is, the better the lawyer you need. And so right now, while so much depends on lots of factors, whether you get a good deal or a bad deal, go with the best, and that's the Gelman team. They've helped me out like 3 different times with real estate transactions. I've always been super impressed with them. If you want to find out what they think your home is worth right now without talking to anybody, go to the front page of thegelmanteam.com. Put in your address. We will give you a number. When you're ready to talk, 314-336-1991.
Certain restrictions apply.
Hi, I'm Michelle from Bethesda. You've probably heard me talk with Dave on the air about Bethesda in general, but not specifically about the Bethesda Terrace Independent Living Community in Oakville. What makes Bethesda Terrace truly special is our gorgeous 10-acre backyard with water features and walking paths. It's the perfect place to relax and enjoy yourself with friends. And if you have a dog, we have a dog park. Our experienced team would love to show you how easy it is to join the Bethesda family. Go to BethesdaHealth.org and click Contact Us. Complete the form. We'll take it from there.
When pain starts to slow you down, BJC Healthcare and WashU Medicine orthopedic specialists are here to help. Nationally recognized leaders in orthopedics deliver care that's informed by research and personalized for you. From everyday aches to complex injuries and recovery, we're here to help you get back to doing what you love. Find an orthopedic specialist today. Visit bjc.org/orthopedics or call 314-362-9355.
Let me tell you something about insurance. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, so do the gaps and the risk. So go to supersure.com. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just go buy a policy online. Supersure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts. It'll translate your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Supersure.com. That's supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
With summer here and the kids home full time, your garage door will see a lot more use. Do it a favor with annual maintenance from Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. The 26-point tune-up is one price for up to 3 garage doors and openers. Get them all done. Trusted in St. Louis for 100 years. Always look for the genuine, the original red ribbon of Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. Since 1926, they're never going to steer you wrong. Schedule online at overheaddoorsstlouis.com.
Mizzou football is almost here. Get ready for the season opening kickoff and Como game on Thursday, September 3rd, with 4 tickets for only $80. Be there to see the finished Memorial Stadium Centennial Project, a deal for the entire family to enjoy the home opener. Let's keep the sellout streak alive and bring the energy as we kick off the 100th anniversary of Memorial Stadium. Purchase your 4 tickets for $80 at mutigers.com/kickoff in Como. MIZ.
The trusted voice of St. Louis. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 2 o'clock, we've got a cloudy sky right now downtown at the Arch. It's 92 degrees. Just in time for the 4th of July holiday. St. Louis experiencing extremely hot temperatures.
Not really any good chances for rainfall here. Maybe by Thursday, there could be a spotty thunderstorm that starts to develop, but the heat doesn't wane until probably sometime on Sunday when a cold front, and I put quotes around the word cold, moves on through the area, and that could bring in some relief back into the upper 80s and lower 90s for highs.
AccuWeather's forecasting manager, Carrie Schwindenhammer, says the thermometer probably won't pass 100 degrees, but with the sun and the humidity, it'll feel like 110 at times this week. The dangerous effects of this kind of heat are cumulative, meaning you think you're doing okay, then it starts to take a toll. That's why Heat Up St. Louis wants you to know there is help. Here's KMOX's Maria Kina.
Already on Sunday, an elderly woman had to be helped by St. Louis firefighters because the temperature in her home was at 90 degrees.
Because many of these seniors, I don't know what this case is, they are independent. They don't feel they need the heat. They think they can beat the heat. You cannot beat the heat. And what happens is they think a fan is going to be durable. A fan is never durable without having a cooling system.
Now, if you are in need of an air conditioner, Cool Down works with several agencies and can provide and even install it for you.
Boeing continues to ramp up preparations ahead of assembling the next generation of American fighter jets. Let's get the latest on this from the newsroom in KMOX's Sean Malone.
Well, the F-47 isn't airborne, let alone in production yet, but Boeing is making progress on the hangar where they will be built. U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt says this means jobs and funding coming into St. Louis for generations.
The F-15 was awarded originally in the 1970s, and that work is still happening here.
The F-47 will uniquely be paired with unmanned aircrafts. Schmidt couldn't say if the accompanying drones would also be built here. Live in the newsroom, Sean Malone, KMOX News.
Our top national story from ABC News. The Supreme Court today ruled to uphold a law that gives people a grace period to have their mail-in votes count. The ruling also paves the way for similar laws to be upheld in dozens of states. The decision was 5-4, with conservative Amy Coney Barrett writing for the majority. More from ABC's Devin Dwyer.
A number of voting advocates I had talked to were particularly concerned that if the ruling went the other way, it could disenfranchise voters in rural areas, disabled voters, those sorts of things. But this now means that those policies will stay in place unless Congress takes some action in the near future to change them and put some limits on what states can do.
The court also sided with President Trump and ruled that a president can hire and fire people who they deem fit to independent government agencies like the FCC, FAA, and others. The Dow from Stifel up 348 points to 52,224. We've got some debris to watch out for on 70 going westbound at 370. That's got the right lane closed. Some road work on 44 going east at 109. That's got the right lane closed there.
The summer long-lasting steam bath is in place. Lots of sunshine, hot and humid this afternoon, 95 degrees. Tonight, clear skies. Check out that full moon. It's very warm, very humid overnight, 77. That's it for the low. Tuesday, sunny, hot and humid, some building haze. Tuesday afternoon, 98. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, sunny, hot and humid, 98. Same thing on 4th of July, just a tiny chance of a pop thunderstorm. For Saturday, 95 degrees. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Cloudy sky. Right now it's 92 degrees downtown at the Arch. The feels like is 92. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Sponsored by Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty 314-325-6888.
Need to sell your home and you want the most money? The name to remember is Gloria Lou. Yes, Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty at 314-325-6888 and start packing.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Happy Monday. A few minutes past 2 p.m. Bernie Miklasz joins us at 2:30. Matt Pauley's going to be here at 3. We are going to be playing a best of at 4 because we have some stuff going on. We have a big meeting here at work, and they wanted us there. So if you missed the priest and the rabbi from the last time, we're going to replay that at 4. You can always listen to the Priest and Rabbi, all the time. They're great. Once a month, we have artist in. Davide Weaver is Art Fusion Gallery director. Our artist of the month is Alex John Meyer, who I already love. Like, I went and looked at his stuff, and it was just so cool. And I'm never going to say, like, oh, I looked at your guy's stuff. Really sucked.
Save that for us.
He's really wasting his time. He should work at QT. But no, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And your stuff is really, like, it's just engaging.
Thank
Like
you.
I told you, I'm very tactile. I just want to touch it all.
I encourage people to touch it.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, it shows. I go around. Sometimes I used to put stickers on all my paintings that said "touch it,"
Nice.
because I'm like, no, really, touch it.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love that. So tell me your history. Take me all the way back.
All the way back to
Yeah.
kindergarten. Okay.
Like I was talking about so I come from a very artistic family, and I'm third by a long way. My sister's an amazing artist. My brother was a great street photographer, and I could draw a bear. You know what I mean? So I was in art classes. Plus, you could kind of F off.
Yeah.
But I was never able to take what was in my brain and put it on anything.
Mm-hmm.
So take me back to when that clicked for you.
Oh, okay. Well, my aunt was a pretty famous artist. Her name was Janie Ashcraft, and I was like 5, 6 years old, and I went down in her art studio, and her studio was a mess. She was a sculptor and oil painter, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a thing. I want to do this thing. And so I always enjoyed drawing. And so Yeah, she was a huge influence on me. Fast forward, I've been living in St. Louis for 25 years. I've been doing art professionally now as my job for 17 years. And I've been working with nonprofits and arts organizations around St. Louis for the last like 13 years.
Yeah.
So art's my life, and not only my own art, but like supporting other artists here in St. Louis. I want to uplift and share what I know.
Yeah, between you and Davide and Becca and the people I've gotten to know in the art community, I'm sure you have some a-holes, but you all seem to really support each other. Like it's kind of all for one.
We're trying.
Yeah, that's great. And I get it because, we've always had art, going back probably 100,000 years. But it has changed so much. And we had a gallery in this building. I was so lucky for about 5 years. And we'd go down there all the time, and I would buy pieces of art, and it really re-engaged me. When you became a full-time artist, like I left my job as a lawyer to take this job 26 years ago for free, literally. I didn't get paid. My family was so excited. Was it like that for you? Did you have to take a giant jump on faith?
I'm gonna be honest and say no. So I have multiple chronic illnesses, and so holding like a full-time job was always pretty difficult for me. Like I was a cake decorator in college, and and so after my husband and I, we've been married for 25 years now.
Congrats.
We had our daughter, and I was like, okay, I need to get out of this house. I'm going to commit myself. Like I got her off to preschool, and I'm like, I'm going to commit myself to this like art thing. And I wish I'd done it sooner, but I'm really thankful that I was able to like stay home with her. And but then once she was old enough, then I was like, no, really, I'm going to do art. It's like my job. And my husband's been so supportive of me and in all of my endeavors.
That's
and
great.
I'm very thankful for that.
So are you a worker or are you an inspirational guy? Like, I'll be back. I'm going downstairs. Like, for example, I watched Mike Myers on the Actors Studio 20 years ago, and he said, the way I do it is I write every day. And it's
I see what you're
almost
saying.
all
Okay.
crap.
Okay.
And then every now and then you come out with, a gold member or something like that.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
No, my favorite quote by Chuck Close is inspiration is for amateurs. The rest of us just show up and get to work. And I am a very meticulous, very organized person. I have all of the paintings I plan on making for the next few years planned out in advance.
Wow.
And I work. All of my paintings are based on my own photography. So I take my reference photo and then I sketch it out and I plan like, okay, this part of the painting is going to be textured. This is going to be oil. This is going to be a watercolor. And for me, this is my job. Whether I'm, not feeling it, not feeling quote unquote inspired, I'm like, okay, time to make the donuts, which is hilarious because my recent painting is of a donut. But like, no, like, last night,
inspiration though.
last night I was in my studio, like I had to finish this painting and I was painting till 4 a.m. because I needed to finish this painting. It's my job.
I don't know if I've ever met a meticulous artist like that.
Some people would call me anal.
Yeah, because most of them are like me. Like, this is what I do. You usually don't see this sort of thing outside of a serial killer, but yeah, I love that. Like the rest of us just show up when we go to work.
Yeah,
that's what you do.
Yeah, my work is I would say it's realism. It's very detailed. A lot of people see my paintings and they think that they're photographs and they're like, well, why do you bother? We could just take a photograph. And I'm like, how dare you?
Right.
You haven't touched it, have you?
Yeah, right. No kidding.
Why bother doing anything?
Yeah. So where do people, we have your website up, alexjohnmeyer.com.
Thank you.
Where do people go to see it live?
So I'm a resident artist at Artisans in the Loop, Green Door Art Gallery. I'm going to be at 31 Art Gallery in August. I'm currently at Art Fusion because I won the Artist of the Month. And I showed with Davide first a year ago, and that was such a great experience. And I've been sending all of my friends and promoting and telling all my friends, like, you gotta get in with Davide.
That's cool.
And then I would say, coming up, I'm going to be in the Small Works Invitational at Duane Reade Gallery on July 24th, which I'm very excited that this is my third time I was invited to be a participating artist at Duane Reade.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot coming up. And then, coming on July 10th is the Let Them Eat Art Maplewood Street Art Festival. I'm going to be at a little boutique called Goldie's, and
Nice.
this is my second time coming back and working with her and her gorgeous little boutique in Maplewood.
Very nice.
So
Try
I'm
to
a,
come
I'm a
see
busy
that.
man.
Yeah, no kidding. Guys, jump in here if you have questions for Alex. So you're meticulous and anal. Are you ambitious? Like, for example, if you don't get the recognition you think that you deserve, does it bother you? Or you're like, the art's for me. It's not for you people.
I don't feel like art is for the faint of heart. I feel like, the first like 5 to 7 years, you're finding your voice, you're establishing your brand, you're connecting with your audience and your collectors. And, it's all about networking, and you can't take it personally. I mean, of course we all do. And also like, you gotta quiet those little voices in your mind that tell you that you're not good enough or that you don't deserve for people to pay attention to what you do or what you make or who you are. And for me, speaking from experience, imposter syndrome is real, but you just got to keep on pretending to be a grown up. Put on the clothes and get out there and do it.
Dude, my first day, true story, my very first day at WashU Law, before the professor walked in, someone walked in from the admissions office. And there 200 kids sitting in this big theater. I'm in the back. And they said, we need to announce something before the professor comes in. And I picked up my books and started to walk out. For real. My buddy knows, like, where are you going? I'm like, this is about me. 100% this is about me.
I've been canceled.
They finally figured out that the machine made a mistake on the test. And then she was like, everyone just needs to come by and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that didn't go the way I thought it would. So,
but no, like I was, when I started my career, like, I was like, I'm going to do this seriously as my job. I was doing more very textural, I would say almost expressionist work. And then I did a show at the St. Louis Artists Guild, and I was like, what if I like do something a bit more realistic? What if I like paint these jacks and like try to make them look real? And people lost their minds. They were like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I was like, well, maybe I should do that. More of that. So now I've been doing more of that for like the last 13 years. And it seems like now I've found my voice, and it feels really good.
Yeah, I do a lot, not as much as I used to, but I still do quite a bit of speaking to high school students who, like on career day, they want to be a creative. And I always tell them this, and I always feel good about saying it because I think it's true. I don't want to crush their little dreams, but I'll say, look, you have to find your true voice. And that only happens by creating a bunch of crap. And then you find your own voice. But I said, here's the deal, though. Even when you find your authentic voice and you get the opportunity to put it out there, there's no guarantee people are going to like it. They may go, I see what you're doing. I see how you're doing it.
Definitely.
No, thank you.
Definitely. Well, and like my most current body of work is I had a solo show about 1.5 years ago at the On God Arts Hotel. Vanessa, the curator, she invited me. She asked if I wanted to have a solo show, and I was like, oh my God, yes, please. It took me 2 years to create the body of work, and the entire collection was about my journey as a trans and queer man. And so I was like really scared to like put that work out there. That like, some people were going to come at me, or that we were going to have protesters at the opening, but everyone was so lovely. They say I had like 400, 500 people show up for the opening reception. And the St. Louis has been so supportive of me. Not to say I'm a surprise, but we are in a red state.
You can say it.
Yeah. Like, so for me, like being able to like openly talk about who I am as a person through my art, I use symbolism. All of my paintings are absolutely they are a personal moment from my life. I use symbolism in my work. So it's not just a painting of a typewriter. The typewriter represents how, we all go through our lives and we lose people, and the sun doesn't care. The story's going to continue. Like our stories will continue. The page will always turn. So it's like people are like, a typewriter. And I'm like, well, actually that painting's about death.
Right.
So, but yeah, like a lot of my work lately has been very happy of toys. It represents nostalgia and childhood, and yeah.
That's great.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it. Go to Alex John Meyer, just like it sounds, alexjohnmeyer.com, and you can see where Alex will be having his artwork and maybe buy a piece. I need to look at that Army guy thing.
Let's talk.
Okay, let's talk. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Lockridge, and I'm the host of a new podcast from Odyssey called Family Lore. In this podcast, I'm going to have people on to tell unusual and sometimes far-fetched stories about their families.
I've heard my whole life that she invented the margarita.
And then, we're going to investigate those stories and find out how much of it is true.
He gets a patent 1 month before the Wright brothers. Oh my God.
Please follow and listen to Family Lore, an Odyssey podcast, available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your shows.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi? For what?
Better not to know.
Get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in your price for 5 years and see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
If you are looking for a place for independent living for older adults, the place is Fairwinds River's Edge in St. Charles. It was voted U.S. News and World Report's best independent living for 5 consecutive years. They have social events for the residents there, wellness programs. Just go to fairwindsriversedge.com. Schedule a tour and hear about all of the great new updated spaces, all the dining, the social events, the best. fairwindsriversedge.com.
So several of my clients have like a call to action, zero res and Universal Windows Direct, and by the end of the month, this and that. But most of them don't. And Stewart's American Mortgage hasn't, but he does now. Because I've been telling you guys for the last few weeks that in addition to having the best financial terms anyone can have in the St. Louis metropolitan area on a loan, because he's the only one who pays your fees. That's why the loan is called a bagel loan, because the bagel looks like a zero. You pay 0 fees. There you go. You get it. So no one can touch that. But until June 30th, which is what the hell is today? 29th?
Yes.
Tomorrow, you can get 1% less on your interest rate, whatever that rate ends up being, for your first year of having a new 30-year loan. So obviously you're not going to get it done by tomorrow, but he can close them in as little as 10 days. But just give him a call. Send him a text. Hey, this is Sally. Heard about you on the DGS. I'm interested in this. I want to make sure that I qualify for the 1% less, so I wanted to send you a text. This is his personal cell phone number, 314-324-4440. 314-324-4440, NMLS 226715.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circa Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. For everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circa Sports app, then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circa Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circasports.com today. Must be 21 or older and in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Summer is officially here, and that means the family internet, it is working overtime. All our lives are always online, and that's why I rely on i3 Broadband. Traditional cable just can't keep up, but i3 delivers 100% true fiber directly into my home for ultra-smooth, reliable performance. Plus, they're a local provider that actually treats you like a neighbor. Skip the fake fiber. Head over to i3broadband.com/radio today or call 866-806-5485 to upgrade, because life runs better on fiber, and i3 Broadband is here for you.
One city, one voice. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, DGS 221. Andrew, I was telling Alex, the artist, hey, a couple of your paintings I'm really interested in. And he's like, oh, let's talk. And we go to break, and Rach goes, I just bought one.
They're very reasonably priced.
Oh, it's great.
You check out his website, alexjohnmeyer.com. It also links to Etsy, and there's a lot of great prints there.
Rach, you say, what can we do about our unwelcoming downtown?
Yeah, there was just a survey that showed that St. Louis has one of the most unwelcoming downtowns, not just in the U.S., but in the entire world.
What?
Yes. And I guess it just means like there's just not a lot that people are excited about when they come down here. Damn. When you think welcoming, it's like, I want to get out and walk around and check everything out. And especially the area we're at downtown, which is Olive and Tucker, we're in kind of a dead zone of downtown St. Louis.
Sure.
There are parts of downtown St. Louis that are very vibrant, and you go on a walk, especially on a beautiful day, you will see dozens, if not hundreds,
City
of
Park,
people.
Keener Plaza,
But they did a survey, and they said, okay, my downtown business district feels this. So authentic, beautiful, iconic, memorable, vibrant, walkable, and welcoming. So we tied with Portland, Oregon for worst in the United States and tied for second worst globally. We're only ahead of San Jose, Costa Rica. Now, I don't know anything about San Jose. Andrew was just in Portland. How did you feel? Did you go to downtown Portland?
I did. I spent a fair amount of time in downtown Portland.
How would you say it compares to here?
It is a lot. Boy, I just don't want to sound like a jerk, but it's a lot bigger, and there's a lot more things to do and see. Like every time you're walking down. In fact, you know what? Believe it or not, so we went to a place called Powell's, which is the largest independent bookstore in the world. Fascinating place to be and hang out. It's like 4 stories, an entire city block wide. And we're walking from that to the place where we had dinner, me and my wife and brother and sister-in-law. And we kept walking by these really interesting looking, like, tucked away little, like, very small, like, cafe restaurants. And, you know, we were talking, and she was like, well, I've never been to that one. And because that's where my sister-in-law grew up. She's like, I've never been to that one. Oh, that one's great. Oh, that one's a lot of fun to just hang out at for an hour. And I said out loud, like, I wish we had places like this in St. Louis.
Yeah.
In our downtown. I wish we just had these little interesting tucked away, you know, little niche places where you could just sit and hang out for a little bit.
You know, that reminds me of, remember guys like 3 years ago when we were walking like Olive and 10th,
I know what you're
and
gonna
those 2 older ladies stopped us and they're like, could you help us out? We're looking for your like curio shops and antiques. I'm like, oh boy.
And then you said, and then you were like, well, we have like the French area of town is Soulard. That's and they looked at each other and went, oh, they have a French district.
Yeah.
And we went, yeah, you know what? Sure.
Yes. Just start walking.
Well, it was funny. They were like,
you'll...
yeah, exactly. They were like, and how far is that to walk to? And we were like, I don't know, like 3 hours.
But the question is, what do we do?
God, I'm really taken aback by that. I mean, I knew it was subpar. I knew that it had been so much better, but I didn't realize we were like the worst.
But why? Why do we have this problem and another downtown? Like, what? I refuse to believe that St. Louis is just full of a bunch of dummies that can't figure it out.
It's because all the money fled, right? Like all the money fled out to like the county, out to St. Charles, to Chesterfield.
But why is that only happening
Clayton.
here? Like, why doesn't that happen in every major city?
At various points it does, and then they find a way to bring it back. Right? That, like, as an example, that happened to Indianapolis. Well, Indy has bounced back. That happened to Detroit. Detroit bounced back.
Do you know how Detroit bounced back?
They put a lot of money into a football stadium, a basketball stadium, a baseball stadium, a casino, Fox Theater, restaurant district. They did the downtown like safety district with the police department, so that they covered all that.
Share something with you guys. This is off the record. I'm not going to say who it was, but I recently spoke to someone who would know. Okay, fairly high person.
Santa Claus.
And I said, I have a really honest question for you. I said, is this the kind of thing where when you analyze it, the state of St. Louis, that you can see the path forward, but, it's going to be dicey? Or is there really no path forward? And this person said, there are two people, and they looked at each other and they said, there's really no path forward. He said, we can make it better, but honestly, the fact that we need like $700 million in infrastructure, and we're like $100 million's going to North County, $100 million's going to downtown. When that's gone, it's gone. He said, I'm not sure how we make this work. And that was very chilling.
Well, there's no easy fix, right?
No.
Because we have all these vacant properties.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you do?
I mean, I hate to be so simple, but you have to attract people.
You have to have something.
And you have to attract young people, because some people my age will be like, what the hell, I'll buy a condo downtown. But there has to be something to come here for. What makes me sad is, I know I'm a broken record, but it was only like 20 years ago when we had great stuff. And I had a friend of mine who built a bunch of the condos downtown and made a mint because they were selling like hotcakes. Hasn't been that long.
Chris Ranchi and Amy Markscourse connect you with the people, places, and conversations that bring our community together.
And now you get to hear about poo-poo in a box from a firefighter.
No, come on.
The hammerhead worm. And you get to hear about car fires.
And sinkholes.
And sinkholes. I love our newsroom. I think they're doing a great job.
From neighborhood happenings to local heroes, from everyday challenges to unforgettable stories. Chris and Amy, weekdays from 9 to noon on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
You feel it every time you check out. Prices up, paychecks stretched, families squeezed. That's why Ann Wagner's fighting to get government off your back and out of your way. Wagner passed the largest tax cut in American history, expanded child tax credits, ended taxes on tips, overtime, and Social Security. And Wagner is working to lower costs so families keep more of their hard-earned money. But Ann Wagner knows delivering for Missouri means more than just protecting their wallets. It means protecting our streets as well. That's why Wagner fought to secure our border, deport dangerous illegal aliens, partner with law enforcement, and put predators behind bars and off our streets so our neighborhoods and communities stay safe. Because real effective leadership protects what matters most: your money, your family, your safety. Ann Wagner for Congress.
I'm Ann Wagner, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Ann Wagner for Congress.
I'm Tom Ackerman with this month's Siteman Cancer Center Spotlight, Skin Cancer Awareness this summertime, and we're joined by Dr. Aubriana McAvoy, a WashU medicine surgeon.
Skin cancer is both common, but in many cases preventable. So you don't need to live in fear of the sun, but small habits really matter, like wearing sunscreen, protecting your children, and paying attention to any changes in your skin.
For more information, visit siteman.washu.edu.
Here's Dave Murray's weather forecast.
The summer long-lasting steam bath is in place. Lots of sunshine, hot and humid this afternoon, 95 degrees. Tonight, clear skies. Check out that full moon. It's very warm, very humid overnight, 77. That's it for the low. Tuesday, sunny, hot and humid, some building haze. Tuesday afternoon, 98. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, sunny, hot and humid, 98. Same thing on 4th of July, just a tiny chance of a pop thunderstorm. For Saturday, 95 degrees. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Why pay full insurance when you can customize and save? Switch to Liberty Mutual and they'll customize your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
It's 2:30. This time check is brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
We are on the biggest stage in the world right now, and you know I am talking about soccer. The whole world is paying attention, and FanDuel has decided to change the game. And as you know, if you bet soccer, that sometimes your player gets subbed out, and then what happens? Your bet goes with them. Well, FanDuel says we have a better way to do it. That's not happening anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues
with the substitute, so you are still in it until the final whistle. Just go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to get started now. I've been telling you about this app for many, many months. I love using it. It's easy to use. All the information you need is right there. FanDuel.com/Missouri. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-979-3535. That's 800-979-3535. 800-979-3535.
Today, the Cards, the Braves.
Cameron Total Access 520. First pitch 6:15.
Cardinals Radio. 104.1 FM KMOX. Bernie Miklasz on KMOX is sponsored by Salika Heating and Cooling, a Daikin comfort dealer.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Mondays and Fridays, we talk to Bernie Miklasz. He joins us now. Hey, Bern.
DGS, a pleasure to be with y'all, as always.
So, 81 games in, right? A great time to take stock and talk about what's working and what's not. I listened to Sports on a Sunday, as I always do, and it was really interesting. First of all, it's kind of here nor there for us, but I'm curious what you guys think of Mozeliak being tagged to be the interim GM for the Angels.
I think it's really interesting because when I was talking to John privately, you know, in his final couple weeks or so of last season, you know, he told me that he was really looking forward to taking a long break and spending time with his wife and daughter. You know, they had some vacations planned. He thought he really needed a break. Not that he didn't use the term burnout or anything like that, but you know, he's one of these guys that wears it if things aren't going well. And, you know, he's just been under, you know, a lot of pressure. It's really a grind. It was starting to wear him down and he needed a breather. And the thing he told me was he wasn't necessarily going to pursue another career in baseball. He was going to try to think of a plan that might give him a more compatible lifestyle with family, another kind of career. But that's why I was surprised that he's jumping back in, and doubly surprised that, you know, he, after working 30 years for Bill DeWitt, who is one of the most stable, successful and respected owners not in just baseball, all of professional sports. He's kind of jumping into that mess in Anaheim where the Angels have just, I guess dysfunctional is one word. They've made the playoffs one time in the last 16 years. They haven't made the playoffs for the last 11 years. The owner meddles in everything. He overrules his general managers. He just abruptly will change course after they make a plan, and he makes a plan, then he wants to go the other way, and it's just total bedlam and you know, kind of a madhouse. So one more thing real quick, sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
The other thing is that it was astonishing to hear him talk and you know, and also tell the people at the news conference the other day that he took this job without ever speaking with or sitting down with Artie Moreno, who is the volatile, tempestuous owner who basically has destroyed every general manager who's ever worked for him. And I thought, man, now there's a guy that's pretty confident, John Mozeliak, that number one, he can handle Artie Moreno, who's the exact opposite of Bill DeWitt, and B, maybe it's a matter of like, hey, man, if I turn this around, people will think I'm like a miracle worker. So I don't know. I mean, it's interesting.
It is fascinating. I mean, you can look at it almost, Bernie, like the ultimate challenge, right? Where you were in a place for a really long time, and a big part of building what became, I don't want to say a dynasty, but certainly a 20 or 25-year fantastic run of baseball, and having the challenge to go to a place that could not be more chaotic. They have a bad farm system. They've been forced by that owner, by Artie Moreno, to draft players based on how close they are to the major leagues and not based on how good they are. Which is why they're drafting the Nolan Shanwells and the Ryan Johnsons of the world, because they were college players that could get there fast, and that seemed to matter. And then they've rushed all of these guys, Christian Moore, all these other top first-round picks, and they weren't ready, so then they struggle. And now you're in a spot where you got all these high first-round picks, and none of them are paying off because you're going for shorter-term arrival as opposed to higher-end ability. And, I mean, at one point, they had Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout at the same time for 6 years and couldn't find a way to do anything with it. That's astonishing.
Yeah, Pujols was in the same lineup too for a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, I listen, they have they just don't have a plan. They agree to a plan and then he changes it.
Yeah.
And he's also very impulsive, and he has handed out some of the worst free agent contracts in the history of the game. So Mo was hired by Molly Jolly. I love that name, and I'm not making fun of it. I just love the name. That's one of the greatest names I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And she's a well-respected person who's been their president, even overseeing baseball technically for quite a while now. And he's very comfortable, after meeting with her. And, I think I also think Mo's thing is, look, the contract that he signed expires in like November or December, something like that. So if he can go in and help them kind of reinvent the way that they set up a baseball operation, and he'll hire a good general manager, then he will do his job, and then he can leave. But the thing that's also fascinating is he very much left everything open to speculation that he might stay beyond the end of his contract. He didn't write that off. He didn't rule it out. So I don't know. It's going to be an adventure for him. Certainly going to be a lot different than what he's used to here with the Cardinals.
So switching from Mozeliak to Chaim Bloom, again on Sports on a Sunday, I thought it was notable. And maybe I don't read between the lines like you guys do, and I'm sure that there's a political aspect to what Chaim does. He doesn't want to let everyone know what cards he's holding, but he certainly convinced me that he's pretty well committed to Liberatore.
Yeah, he is. And maybe I told Tom Ankerman yesterday, I've raised so much cane about Liberatore being in the rotation and how it's different than the way they treated Gorman, for example, because they handled Gorman the way they should have, but they're not doing it with Liberatore, who needs to regroup in the minors. I'm kind of tired of hollering about it because it's not going to change. And the other thing is the Cardinals believe what they've done with Andre Palante, who everybody said was the worst pitcher that ever lived last year, right? They've brought him back pretty successfully, and they're also seeing improvement from Kyle Leahy. Now, listen, I'm not going to sit here and, hey, Wheels, you don't have to tell me about his expected ERA, okay? I know it stinks. The underlying metrics on Leahy are bad, but his last 5-6 starts, if you look at the bottom line, have been pretty good. So they're convinced he's making progress. So they have two guys who they believe, Palante and Leahy, is like, hey, if you just stick with these guys, that things can pay off. You got to be patient. Now, the difference, as Wheels would agree, is that Libby has been this bad for more than a year in terms of like calendar year baseball. I mean, he's one of the 5 worst pitchers in the major league, starting pitchers, since June of last year. So that's a big time difference between him and the other two guys.
And again, I know this is probably not a realistic thing to get expressed publicly. I would just love to know what they're seeing and what they believe in that we can't see.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no special characteristic on any of the stuff. Fastball's average and velocity, and it's below average in performance. None of his off-speed stuff is working. It's not happening. The one pitch that's effective is the changeup, and he only throws it 12% of the time. So, 88% of the time you're throwing ineffective pitches, and I just don't understand what it is they're latched onto. Is it just that he was a first-round draft pick?
I don't know. I mean, we could play amateur psychologist and say, Chaim Bloom was part of the Tampa Bay operation that drafted him, and Chaim Bloom loved him when they drafted him, and he really said it was painful, and I believe him to give him up. They liked him so much for Randy Arozarena, so maybe there is something to that. I don't know, but listen, man. Last Tuesday, I said to Ali on the Gas House Gang, I don't think he appreciated the comment, which is fine. I just said, I'm sorry, but I don't see a roadmap here in terms of that's basically another way of saying what you just said. But I said it to Ali on the air on live radio. I don't see a roadmap. And, he basically, slapped that away, which is fine. But they're really, there's a stubborn streak there, which is really interesting to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're almost taking this really personally. I'm not sure why.
Hey, I hope they're right.
Yeah,
like long term, I hope they're right. It's just a matter of the evidence we see in front of us isn't that right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you guys think the quiet bats? This is just baseball. You're going to have slumps.
No.
You're going to have runs.
No. The Cardinals this year, April was kind of topsy-turvy because that's when the weather's a little colder and the wind's blowing and all that stuff. But if you look at May and June, the Cardinals, in terms of their home offensive performance, May and June together, they are 27th in slugging percentage, 24th in OPS, and they're averaging 3.5 runs per game at Busch Stadium. They're also hitting a home run every 44 at bats in May and June at Busch Stadium. Now, it's a lot of numbers, so let's now look at their road performance, May and June. Instead of being 27th in slugging percentage, they are 6th in the majors in slugging percentage on the road.
Yeah.
Instead of being 24th in OPS as they are at home, they are 5th in OPS on the road, and they average 5 runs per game on the road, and they hit a homer every 27 at bats on the road. I talked to a friend of mine at StatCast, so here's the payoff. He said that even by normal Busch Stadium environmental conditions, so far, the yard is playing unusually harsh for hitters in terms of the power game, especially what I'm now going to start calling, those death alleys in left and right center. So there is a clear difference in terms of the hitting environment on the road and the hitting environment at home. And as I told Tom Ackerman yesterday, I keep talking about this and talking about it and talking about it. And it kind of lands somewhere where no one hears it or something. I don't know.
Let me ask you guys, I'm sure when you build a new stadium, you don't just do it willy-nilly. What do you think they were looking for when they built this Busch?
Well, because I wanted you to get in this conversation. Yeah. I think a lot of it has to do, some of it's got to do with the environment outside the ballpark with Ballpark Village and the buildings and the taller facilities, the taller structures.
Yep.
I think it's probably changed some of the wind currents or something.
Something changed, and again, I can't pinpoint it, but it was during the time when Mike Matheny was the manager, because we were down on the field asking him about it. And I don't remember what part of the year, but it was kind of like this part of the year. We're like, hey, the offense is not like it was at this stadium. And we were pointing out the numbers, and we were all just even with him, he was included with us. We were all just kind of trying to figure it out. Is it the fact that the Ballpark Village structure changed the wind flow? And, because all of a sudden, and I don't want to say, maybe all of a sudden is not the right term, but at some point it went from kind of middling offensively, kind of average-ish, to all of a sudden a pitcher's ballpark, especially for right-handed hitters. It's an especially tough place for right-handed hitters. Well, the only thing that really changed in the last 20 years was the construction around the ballpark.
Yep.
And that's I'm not saying good or bad. I'm just saying it's a thing to understand about the way the ballpark plays. And it hurt Nolan Arenado. It hurt Paul Goldschmidt. It doesn't hurt guys when they're at their peak, but, not everybody's Albert Pujols. Albert's different.
And the right center alley is playing tougher this year
Yeah.
than it has in the past.
Yeah.
Now, the flip side to this is that the Cardinals pitching staff is protected by Busch Stadium.
Right.
But when they go on the road, they get beat up because there's a huge difference in their performance home road, Cardinals pitchers. So let me boil it down this way. When the Cardinals, the last couple months, have been on the road, they basically, for lack of a better term, have to win shootouts. It's almost like a basketball game where it's like, okay, everybody's scoring. Okay, whoever gets the last shot's going to win the game. That's what it's like on the road. I'm overstating it, but generally that's a true characterization.
Yeah.
At home, it's like the question is with the Cardinals, well, can we get the last shot and win 9-8 instead of that, which is like that on the road? It's more like, can we win this game? The Marlins pitch tough or the Diamondbacks pitch tough. Can we win this game 3-2? Can we win it 2-1? I mean, it's just so bizarre that there's such a huge difference between home and away.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Byrne, tell us about Saliga.
I will. Proud to talk about Saliga Heating and Cooling, the Steichen Comfort Dealer. 1927 was when the Saliga family, founded the business down on Gravois. Same building they're in today. Unbelievable. 100 years later. And Dan Saliga, our friend, is the fourth generation owner-operator of the family business. What do I like about Saliga? And the Miklases have been calling Saliga for nearly 2 decades. What do we like about Saliga? Well, what don't we like? The answer is nothing. We like everything about Saliga, whether we're talking their professionalism, their knowledge, their classiness in the home, the fact you can count on them to be honest, the integrity is beyond reproach. They work with you on things. They explain everything carefully. They take their time. They're patient. They're not trying to rush you into things. They're not trying to twist your arm about something you might not be comfortable with doing in terms of a solution. They are just a delight to deal with. And you can trust them. And you know that you can rely on them. And I don't know what else we would possibly want in a heating and cooling business in St. Louis. They've been taking care of St. Louis families for a long, long time, 100 years. So bank on that track record. If you want to find out more about Saliga Heating and Cooling, just get the number, go to the site at SaligaHeatingandCooling.com. Thank you.
Bill, that's a big smile for an old politician.
I'm thinking about our plan. It's slick enough to make a lobbyist blush. First, we hoodwink voters with Amendment 5. Tell them it's a tax cut. Once they're hooked, we decide who pays the higher taxes.
So it's not a tax cut plan, and we don't get a say?
Right, just swaps who pays the tax, but it does remove 3 voter-passed taxpayer constitutional protections. That lets us levy new taxes on services, increase sales taxes, and even tax home sales. And voters will no longer get to vote on tax hikes.
Higher sales taxes on groceries, gas, service taxes on doctor visits, childcare, and even rent on apartments. Jeez. Taxes could exceed 20%.
Sure, they figure that up to 80% of taxpayers will pay more taxes. Many, hundreds more. Seniors, they'll get hit even harder, but our big donors will cut a fat hog.
The ones getting butchered by Amendment 5 are most taxpayers. I'm voting no on 5.
Paid for by Missourians for fair taxation.
It's 2:50, and this time check is brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
Get ready for a night back with legendary hits and non-stop energy. Brian Adams is bringing the Roll with a Bunches tour to Enterprise Center Friday, July 24th.
Hello, this is Brian Adams.
Sing along to the classics as Brian Adams delivers an unforgettable night of rock anthems. Plus, special guests Pat Benatar and Neil Girardo. Brian Adams, July 24th. For more info, KMOX.com/events.
SNL Coin. We buy gold and silver coins, silver and gold jewelry. Also buying gold-filled and silver plates. Before you sell, call SNL. 314-544-3600. 314-544-3600. SNL Coin.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well,
trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM KMOX. This is the Dave Glover Show on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. Saw something really I thought it was interesting over the weekend. So you remember Young MC Bust a Move?
Yeah.
Was supposed to play at 250 and backed out. And he was being interviewed, and he said something so interesting. He said, he's like, I get called a one-hit wonder. He said, let me tell you something. He said, I've done pretty well in my life financially. And 80%, maybe 90% of all the money I've made in the past 40 years were based on 3 hours of work.
Wow.
He said, I did about 40 minutes on Funky Cold Medina. I did about 40 minutes on Wild Thing, both Tone Loc. And then about an hour and a half is what it took me to do Bust a Move. And that's been my life.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
That's crazy.
I know.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Well, and it's also like, who am I to call someone a one-hit wonder? I have no hits.
Right.
I would rather have the one hit.
Sure.
Well,
I mean, how many? I mean, I'm not trying. This is not insulting. Just like how many really great musicians and artists never had the big hit.
Yeah.
Like, you're amazing. You're awesome. It just you didn't have the fortune of it working out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Man, leave it to me to make the Venezuelan earthquakes about me. But with my claustrophobia, watching them like pulling people alive out of the rubble. Do you see the dog?
Yeah.
There was a dog had been there for like 3 or 4 days, and they move a rock and his head comes out and they start pouring a water bottle down. It's just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that like that's not something from a movie. That's reality.
Right.
Those people were and maybe still are stuck under rubble. That's insane. Just crazy. It's amazing they were able to get so many people out, though.
It is pretty wild. It's amazing what you can make it through.
Yes. Yeah, I was thinking I was stressed out because I'm mother's child, always stressed. But I was thinking and I know this sounds very self-helpy, but I've literally made it through every single thing I faced. Right?
Yeah.
Wasn't always pretty, but like everything where I'm like, this is it. Can't do this one. Like you somehow soldier through.
Yep.
That's life.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true.
Next thing you know, you're pooping in a toilet that's running all around your house.
And it's being summoned at your pleasure.
Yeah. Tell you guys about Mosby Building Arts. I hope they keep doing this for July. I haven't seen the copy yet. But for the month of June, they are doing some freebies. If you get siding by Mosby and you do your whole home, which I think most people do, I doubt it's very much piecemeal, they're going to give you the gutters for free. If you have the gutters covered, then you can take 5% off your siding. Laundry rooms are going to give you the washer and dryer for free. And if you have that covered, again, take another 5% off that. Mosby is the gold standard, has been for decades. just listening to Rich again over the weekend, who now does the the home show, or on Saturdays. And I just have always loved it. I've always felt a real connection with Mosby, just very St. Louis. They're probably not going to be the lowest bid, but I would bet my own money by the time you finish the project, if you use someone else, they're probably going to charge you more money because they're going to nickel and dime you. We don't do that. 314-909-1800. Call Mosby.com.
When pain starts to slow you down, BJC Healthcare and WashU Medicine orthopedic specialists are here to help. Nationally recognized leaders in orthopedics deliver care that's informed by research and personalized for you. From everyday aches to complex injuries and recovery, we're here to help you get back to doing what you love. Find an orthopedic specialist today. Visit bjc.org/orthopedics or call 314-362-9355.
Taking care of your health shouldn't feel complicated. That's why we created NeoVitan to make nutrition easy. Our doctor-formulated vitamins are designed for real life and delivered straight to your door with our monthly subscription. No guesswork, no running out. Just clean, high-quality supplements manufactured in the USA using the finest domestic and international ingredients. Subscribe today at neovitan.com and take one simple step toward better daily nutrition. Visit neovitan.com and start making nutrition easy today.
This year, America celebrates 250 years. 2.5 centuries of courage, sacrifice, and family stories passed down from one generation to the next. Hi, I'm Nick Mako.
And I'm Adam Baselogger, founders of Legacy Box. Your family's piece of the American story is sitting in an attic or closet right now, trapped on aging VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, film reels, and fading photos.
Those boxes hold moments you can never recreate. Your wedding day, your children's voices when they were little, grandparents coming back to life on screen.
Over 2 million families have trusted Legacy Box. And we've just partnered with the USO to digitize fragile handwritten letters from World War II, helping preserve American history for future generations.
As America turns 250, remember that your family is a part of the American story. Preserving those voices, faces, and moments is a part of your responsibility to the next generation. Don't let them disappear on your watch.
Visit legacybox.com/radio for our amazing America 250 sale. That's legacybox.com/radio to save.
Amendment 4 on the August ballot hides some ugly facts. It would create a new minority veto power, but only for ballot issues that are citizen-led.
I just say no to that.
Amendment 4 permanently ends majority rule for citizen-led ballot issues.
I'm a no on 4.
Politicians put Amendment 4 on the ballot to severely limit citizens' constitutional power.
I say no on 4.
4 is a power grab by politicians. It lets one congressional district veto reforms backed by the majority of voters statewide, giving as few as 5% of voters control over the rest of us.
That's why I say no to 4.
4 would make it nearly impossible to rein in out-of-control politicians.
I say heck no.
4 takes away our constitutional power we've used for over 100 years to pass reforms that politicians wouldn't. Keep majority rule and your power. Just say no to Amendment 4. It's an ugly politician power grab. Paid for by Missourians for Fair Governance.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 3 o'clock, we've got a cloudy sky. Right now, it's 93 degrees downtown at the Arch. Not necessarily in record-breaking territory. AccuWeather's forecasting manager, Carrie Schwittenhammer, says the thermometer might not rise over 100 degrees this week, but
when you factor in the humidity and the amount of sunshine we're going to see, that's where it really starts to kick into gear and reality kind of sets in. 97 for high today, but the AccuWeather real field temperature is around 107.
He says a cold front moving through Sunday may return temps to the upper 80s and the low 90s. Boeing inching closer to completing the hangar where America's latest fighter jets will roll off the assembly line.
U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt is celebrating progress in the construction of the Boeing hangar where the next generation of American fighter jets will be assembled. Schmidt says these jets are needed along with more military buildup because of the growing threat of China's military.
China has a bigger Navy than we have right now. Not a better Navy, but a bigger Navy. Their shipyards outproduce ours by like, it's not even close. And so I'm supportive of that to revitalize our industrial base.
Schmidt criticized the Biden administration for attempting to strip the next generation fighter jets from the national defense budget. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
In the city, the police chief is providing a briefing on the weekend's violence in downtown and downtown west. Live to the newsroom, KMOX's Maria Aquino.
Michael, there were several shootings and killings over the weekend. While there were no problems at Pride, that wasn't the case at St. Louis City SC or Energizer Park. City 2 had a soccer game there. It had to be temporarily halted because shots rang out at 17th and Chestnut. Here's what Chief Robert Tracy had to say.
Those feelings, and our focus remains on ensuring people feel safe when they come to St. Louis to celebrate, work, or visit. That starts by conducting a thorough and complete investigation and/or investigations and ensuring those responsible are held accountable for their actions.
Apparently, 3 of the people were visiting at an apartment complex down there, took to the street, were walking, and then someone opened fire on them. One person was shot and ended up at the hospital. However, Tracy tells us that they are known to police, these 3 people. One of them had an ankle bracelet on, but they all were released pending further investigation. Live in the newsroom, Maria Aquina, KMOX News.
The Supreme Court says Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook can remain in her job for now, a rebuke to President Trump's bid to wrest control of the nation's central bank. At the same time, the justices today dramatically expanded presidential power, upholding the Republican president's firings of the heads of other independent federal agencies. The court, meantime, rejected an attack on state laws that allow the counting of late-arriving mail ballots. The 5-4 decision leaves in place laws in more than half the states and D.C. that permit mail ballots to arrive and be counted days after an election, provided they're postmarked by Election Day. Let's get an update of the St. Louis Business Index now. We go to Stifel and Scott Bedell. Scott?
Thank you, Michael. Good afternoon, everyone. Major stock indexes broke their multiple-day losing streak to begin this holiday-shortened week. At the close, the Dow Jones Industrial Average had gained 305 points, or 0.6% to a record finish of 52,182. The Standard & Poor's 500 index gained a little bit more than 1%, finishing at 7,440, while NASDAQ, the best-performing index today, rallied by 2% to close at 25,820. Closer to home, the Bloomberg St. Louis Stock Index declined in value, falling 0.75% to 1,700. Checking on some stocks of local interest, Nestle gained 1.75% at $104.52. Charter Communications jumped 9.25% to $146.17. On the downside, Stifel Financial slid 1.75%, finishing at $67.98. Ameren down a little bit more than 3% at $114.59, while Caleres fell 5.5% to close at $12.76. For KMOX, this has been Scott Bedell from Stifel Financial, member SIPC and New York Stock Exchange. For more information on our firm, please visit our website at stifel.com.
We've got a stalled vehicle 70 going westbound at Grand. That's on the right shoulder. Some emergency vehicles on 6440 going eastbound at Maryville Center. 64 east at Maryville Center. Emergency vehicles on the right shoulder.
The holiday week is upon us, and it is all about textbook St. Louis weather for this time of year. It's our first real solid heat wave of the season. Lots of sunshine. Today, hot, it's humid, it's kind of steamy. 95 will do it for the high. Continue to look for that full moon tonight. Clear skies and humid, 77 Tuesday. Sunny, hot, and humid. Building haze Tuesday afternoon, 98 degrees. Clear skies Tuesday night and a warm 77. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, sunny, hot, and humid, 98. Looking at the 4th of July, sunny, hot, and humid. Maybe a pop thunderstorm, but very, very isolated, 95 for the 4th of July. This is not record heat. The records this time of year are about 101 to 105, but either way, it's hot and it is humid. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
We've got clouds. Right now it's 93 degrees downtown at the Arch, and that's the feels like 93. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. We have a company meeting at 4, so we're going to play for you the Priest and the Rabbi from a couple of weeks ago. Really, really good. Probably the best one we've done. And we can't miss this meeting, so there you go. But we'll be back, obviously, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Matt Pauley from the sports department hanging out with us, talking about your kids. It's fun. I miss it. Man, I miss having little kids.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you guys stories every single day, just wacky stuff that both of my daughters do.
Yeah.
And the things they say. I was telling you a story like the other day. She lost a tooth. My oldest one did. And she was convinced that the tooth fairy was going to bring her wings so she could fly. That I don't know where that got into her head, but that got into her head. So then I had to have the dad conversation with her. I said, Sophia, people can't fly. And she goes, "You're telling me fairies aren't people?" What do you say?
Checkmate.
What do you say?
No, they're fairies. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So
They're
That's
different.
funny.
They live in the forest. Right?
Yeah, I don't know. I was caught off guard by that question. I didn't have much of an answer on that one.
You haven't done your fairy studies yet?
No.
What's the fairy give you for a tooth these days?
I think generally about $1. First tooth was more than that.
Yeah.
For
Gotta
it's
get
a
'em through it.
celebration.
Yes.
And I believe the tooth fairy brings about $1 each
Man,
time.
I remember it was a quarter. It's inflation.
We did find she wanted to know on the last one. She wrote a letter to the tooth fairy.
Man, she's
with
enterprising.
Lots of questions on it. So the tooth fairy had to write back, and one of them was, "What is your name?" So we learned in the Pauley household that the tooth fairy's name is Toothiana.
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 Ah, look at that.
Yeah.
Quick thinking.
That's great, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's great.
That's the stuff I'm dealing with every day.
How's the relationship between the girls? Is there any rivalry yet?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's rivalry, but sometimes they're 5 years apart. My oldest is 7, my youngest is 2, and there are definitely times where the oldest one does just not want to be around the youngest one. Wants to do her own thing, and the youngest one wants to be with her big sister 100% of the time, just doing what she's doing. So we have that sometimes. Actually, we had the conversation with my oldest daughter yesterday about, hey, there's actually nobody in this world who's going to have a bigger impact on Annalie than you, because she is looking at you at all times and she just wants to be you. So if you have a bad attitude, if you're doing bad things, you're teaching that to her. So yeah, we totally guilt tripped my my oldest daughter into behaving
Gotta
in
do
a
what
way
you gotta
to set the
Oh,
standard.
Maureen still tells the story. Her sister Terry's, I think, 3 years older. And when they were like junior high and Terry was in high school, she tells the story that she was just, trying to be a part of the little group. And Terry just shoved her into a sticker bush. And she's like, I'm just laying there in this sticker bush and just completely rejected by my sibling. We all go through that.
Yeah, but it's good. She's good with her. And, sometimes there's no better moment as a parent than like you'll walk by one of their rooms and the youngest one will be sitting on the lap of the older one, and the older
Pretty
one's
sweet.
like reading to her or something.
Yeah.
Like that makes every part of parenting worth it right there.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. You guys want to talk baseball? What do you want to talk about?
Your call, man.
I can tell you one thing. Golf pisses me off. I was watching golf, and I like to play golf, and sometimes I like to watch it. But let's just be honest. Golf is stupid, and it has stupid rules. And this guy was in the fairway, not even putting. He's in the fairway, and he lowers his iron, and he goes, "Oh, I need a marshal. I saw the ball move." And his caddy's like, "I didn't see it move." So clearly it didn't roll. And he's like, I can't imagine why it would have moved unless I hit it. I need to take a penalty. And I'm like, this is the stupidest game.
Going straight Legend of Bagger Vance there.
It's just so oh, for the love of God. Did you advance the ball? No, then shut up. Just hit it.
I guess I would rather people be honest about it than not.
I just wish there weren't a rule. It's just be reasonable.
If it doesn't actually impact anything, it shouldn't be
don't
anything.
kick it or anything.
Right.
So I was just learning from Bernie Miklasz that I didn't realize what a dead stadium for hitting Busch Stadium is.
Yeah, it's especially this year, but historically it's always been a pitcher's park. I wonder if they've ever thought about bringing in the fences a little bit,
Never heard a conversation about it
in a significant kind of way, and that's so un-St. Louis to do that, because you're manipulating the game. Once the stadium is, that's what it is. But that happens at ballparks all the time, Kevin. You see. I've actually thought that in Colorado, The problem isn't actually all the home runs that are hit. It's all the doubles. The outfield is way too big. So even if it means hitting more home runs in Colorado, I would have brought those fences in Colorado years ago. And we'll see, ballparks put up walls that are a little bit higher and things like that. So if this continues to be a trend, maybe it's something where you try to manipulate something out in the outfield. But it's so tough in baseball today to string together hits, to hit it all. And then when you have a ballpark that is just not conducive to it, it exponentially makes it that much tougher.
Yeah. There's not much you can do about it. I mean, like, here's a crazy thing. So go back to, I'm doing this research project during commercial breaks now on the home runs, like the park factor. Because it's basically, for people that don't nerd out, it's just a general measurement of how offense is achieved there. It's not just the numbers. It's like adjusted for altitude. It's adjusted for all kinds of things, right? And like as recently as 2023, it was one of the best offensive ballparks in the country, in the league. It was 6th in terms of offense. It's never been a good home run ballpark. Never.
Was it good back in, not this Bush, but was old Bush under Whitey Ball?
I didn't go back that far.
I'm curious how that worked out.
Yeah, I didn't go back that far on the look, but like for a long time, the park factor would typically be in the upper teens, maybe low 20s. And now it's at the very bottom. It's more like, 28, 29, 30. But like there are outliers. Like 2023, for some reason, was the 6th best offensive ballpark in the league, which doesn't make any sense. But it's never really been a good home run park. Like if you look at the home run rankings, they're typically in the mid-20s over the course of the entire history of the ballpark. So it's never really a great home run park.
No.
But there's no question that it's suppressing offense now. It's not just the Cardinals.
I wanted to ask you guys, because I'm fascinated by how all this works. And I think it was McGreevy they were talking about, and they said, just off the cuff, 33 of his 65 strikeouts were on sliders. I'm like, how the hell do you know that? How the hell do they know that? Is there a guy, a human, like click, 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 that was a slider, boom, boom, boom?
Yeah.
Is it all computer now?
It's all now. I mean, the StatCast reads the pitch now.
Yeah.
It can read it based on the spin. So every type of pitch has a spin, what do you call it, profile, if
How
you will.
far back, because we haven't had this technology for that long, how far back can you go in MLB records and have the same sort of accuracy?
What's the StatCast era? Is it 06?
06. 06 is the start of the way they measure pitches,
Yeah.
like velocity.
Because you'll
But
hear StatCast era sometimes.
The full
and that's what you're talking about.
That probably is. I think it's since 2006. You
Yeah.
got almost 20 years of that kind of information.
Now, and they have profiles for every pitcher. So the computer knows if this pitcher throws a pitch with these attributes, then it is this. I read I'm going to get the exact numbers wrong, but you'll get the idea of where I'm going. I read somewhere once that something like 20 gigabytes of data is being produced by the second at every major league ballpark during every game. It's a ridiculous number. I'm not that far off. It's like 20 gigabytes a second because these cameras are reading so. I mean, a ball is spinning. The rate of spin is in the thousands, and it's catching every milli-inch or whatever of that. It's wild what they can measure.
Is there a downside to that, in your opinion?
To me, the only downside is if that information is overwhelming players. So if they're getting too much of it and and it's not being kind of filtered to the point where it's usable, right? And I think teams are really good at that. Like you're filtering the information down to what a player can use. For the rest of us, the only problem would be is if we try to make too much of something or don't understand it very well. And I do think a lot of these things are poorly explained because a lot of the things that older school fans push back on is just a change in terminology. It's not actually a different understanding of the game from the past. So, for example, like now we talk about a high spin rate fastball, right? Well, back in the day, they called it a rising fastball. It didn't actually rise, but it looked like it did because it spun well enough to maintain its level. So now we know what that is and we can have a specific measure. It didn't used to be called launch angle, right? People hate that term, launch angle. Well, it just used to be called loft. He's got nice loft to his swing, so that'll help him produce power, which means he's hitting the ball in the air. So it's the same concept that evaluators and old school scouts have used, but it's different terminology, and now it's measured.
The only thing I would push back on a little bit, and Kevin may disagree with me on this, we now know the equation in order the best way to win baseball games. We didn't know that before.
Right. We were guessing.
So before, like people always talk about Whitey ball. Well, Whitey Ball, aesthetically, from an aesthetic standpoint, Whitey Ball is about as entertaining of baseball as you can play. We now know, it is undebatable, we now know that playing that version of baseball compared to the version of baseball that's being played right now, it's not going to get you as many wins. And president of baseball organizations, and managers, their jobs are to win games, not to like produce this aesthetically pleasing.
Right.
So the data that we now know, and part of it is StatCast, a lot of it is other stuff and the research that's gone into the game. Because we know so much, the game is played in a certain way, and I think you can make the argument that it's not as entertaining in some ways as it was previously.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. So when you think about the times that people, like think of the 80s. The 80s were fascinating for baseball fans because every team had its own style.
Yeah.
The Cardinals were their own thing. Billy Martin had Billy Ball in New York, and the A's had their thing with Tony La Russa, and the Twins were different. And the Brewers, that 82 World Series is probably the perfect symbol of what the 80s were.
Yeah.
It was Harvey's wallbangers, all these home run hitters versus Whitey Ball. And in the 80s, there was a larger diversity of styles because it was a lot about preferences. Now it's not. Now it's math.
Yeah.
And math is boring. And I think that's a fair critique of the modern game is that everybody does things the same way. There are no outliers when it comes to style of play. And that can lead to what Matt's talking about. It's not as entertaining.
Unrelated question. Do you guys think Mizrachi is an evolution or a freak?
I lean freak.
I think evolution.
Okay.
I mean, but again, to what point? Like, Aroldis Chapman was throwing 105 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Like, I don't think it's that. It's just more unique that a starter can throw 105, but average 100 miles an hour with a fastball for 5, 6, 7 innings. And part of it is he's a freak of nature because he's 6'7". And 6'7" is hard to control, and it's a unique height. So the bigger you are, the more of you there is, the more mass you have, the more length you have in your levers, the more force you can apply, the more leverage you have to generate velocity. So if he were 6'3", he's probably not throwing 105. But because he has the body that he does, and now we know how to train bodies to get maximum efficiency, that's what's leading to kind of him pushing the top end of the spectrum. But it would take another guy like that, right? It takes those guys that are Skeens or even Randy Johnson, for example, a 6'11" person who can manage to kind of move correctly and efficiently to the point where you can deliver that.
Baseball fans should hope he's a freak because we don't need more of those guys walking around because nobody scores any runs.
Yeah, it's too hard to hit when guys are. And keep in mind, like this is the crazy thing. Okay, he's throwing 105, but because he is so tall, and because he gets down the mound so far, it probably looks like 110 or 112 to the hitter. Yeah,
yeah,
so that's crazy.
Last year, I had back pain radiating down my right leg. The pain was so bad I was willing to cut my leg off to stop the pain. I could barely walk and had to stoop over when I did just to take pressure off the spine. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. In my professional career, I've represented thousands of people who've had herniated discs and issues with their neck and back, but never fully appreciated what they were going through until it was my turn. It's like trying to describe colors to a blind person who's never had sight. All I can tell you is it hurt like hell, but worse. My daily walk was gone, and that bothered me a great deal. Then I thought of all of you and how much more devastating this type of injury could be for you. My life stopped. I now feel your pain. Just know at Morgan & Morgan, we got your back. I understand. Morgan means more.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
The Second World War is the largest event in human history.
A 20-part series with Tom Hanks.
No part of the globe was untouched. No life unchanged.
Experience the ultimate account of World War II.
Every single person had a story. These are the stories that make us who we are.
Listen to World War II with Tom Hanks on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I love days like these at the pool, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. I'm ready to make a splash with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza. Skyrizi is a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. At 4 months, most people saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe, and many were even 100% plaque-free. People also saw significant improvement in psoriasis symptoms of pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now there's nothing on my skin, thanks to Skyrizi, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
When it comes to your health, having knowledge is powerful, as they say. And so if you could better understand what your risk was for chronic disease before you even have that first symptom, how powerful would that be? Siteman Cancer Center's Your Disease Risk, and that's what it's called, Your Disease Risk, provides personalized insights to help you understand factors that might increase or decrease your risk for chronic disease and cancer, whether that is environmental, whether it is genetic. With easy-to-understand information and prevention guidance, Siteman will help you take those meaningful steps toward a healthier future. Just a few minutes today could make a difference for years to come. Siteman.washu.edu/YDR. Siteman.washu.edu/YDR.
Seeing more bees, wasps, or hornets around your home? Carpenter bees can damage wood structures, and wasps and hornets often hide nests inside walls. Don't risk getting stung. Let Rottler Pest Solutions protect your home and family. Call Rottler today or visit Rottler.com.
Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, DGS. Dave Murray will be here at 3:35. Not sure the hell he's going to tell us.
It's hot.
Hot as balls.
Hot as hell.
I'm going to tell him what you guys were saying earlier.
Don't
tell him. Don't tell him. Please. I'll do anything.
I wrote it down. I wrote down exactly what you said.
I'll do anything, please.
First of all, it was all Dave and Andrew.
No, look at this.
No. If she wrote it down, then she knows. If she wrote it down, then she knows that you were doing it too.
Dave Glover said, Dave Murray stinks. First of all.
This is just like when I got in trouble for saying fart in second grade.
Fort.
I remember getting in trouble
I
for...
was talking about F Troop, and they live in a fort. And Wendy Dress thought I said fart.
I remember a classmate and I got in trouble in like Catholic school in like second grade for I think we were cussing. And we had to like sit aside from everybody else during recess, and it was just the two of us like sitting on this ledge, and we were just talking about how our futures were over. We're like, well, I guess college is out of the question. I guess I hope
crime from this point forward.
I just hope jail is not as bad as they say it is, because I think that's where we're heading.
And a couple of those. Wheels, tell me about Major McCausland.
Yeah, have you followed this at all?
No.
Okay, so this is not made up. This is not conspiracy stuff. This is being covered by the real news. It's being investigated by the FBI. It's being investigated by local police in some of these jurisdictions. But there have been a whole bunch of scientists and people affiliated with the UFO phenomenon, right? People that study them. Not necessarily people that are spreading stories, but like insiders, if you would, that have like died or gone missing. So this Major General William McCausland, I just want to say McCausland because of Jeff McCausland, but this is a guy named Major General William McCausland. So he disappeared 2 months ago. He walked out of his house without his cell phone and without anything that could be used to trace him. So we don't know if he's alive, dead, if he took off on his own, if somebody took him. We don't have any idea. But the story now is that he was working to try to resign from all of the top clearance, high security programs that he was a part of. And he was trying to do so because apparently, this is from his wife, that he thought he was losing his mental capacity. He's 68 years old. She's in the story. I just read the story. And she was saying that he was trying to get out of it. And 2 days after he went to D.C. to resign, he just disappeared.
He's just gone?
He's just gone. He walked out the front door and, again, left his cell phone behind, didn't bring his credit cards, didn't bring anything, left, and nobody's heard from him since.
Here's the thing, though. let's assume that there is a huge conspiracy and they are kidnapping and or killing military people and scientists and all this kind of stuff. They're doing it really badly.
Well, yeah. I mean, when it's an obvious thing that's now being investigated at high levels, and mainstream news articles are all about this. Now, this is not presenting him as absolutely having been kidnapped. They're leaving open the possibility that he just wanted to disappear. That, like, he just wanted to, like, not be a part of any of this anymore, because that's what he was trying to get away from. And according to the story that I read, so this was the Daily Mail, but it's in a lot of outlets, that he was resisting being questioned about all of these phenomena by, I forget who it was that's doing, which inquiry it was that he didn't want to do, that he was being, like, they were requesting to talk to him about these top security, these top clearance things, and he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to cooperate. It was, I think it was David Grush that said that they were trying to talk to him. Congress is trying to talk to him, and he was just kind of like, didn't want to.
Yeah.
Didn't want to be a part of it. And then as he was trying to resign, because he held all of these positions with, like, major defense contractors that are involved in tech. And he has been mentioned in these UFO files that were released. And in the middle of all of this, he just said, like, I don't think I can do this anymore. I need to be out. And then right after telling people he was out, he just gone.
Which would be a bigger deal if they found a Bigfoot and it was some sort of human, or if they told us aliens were real?
I think the bigger deal is aliens.
But he's a human.
No, I know, but I mean, like, it's less foreign.
human?
It's less foreign because he's here.
Yeah, like on the human tree.
Right.
Like
okay.
Denisovans.
I thought you meant he
kind
was
of
just
branch.
like one weird guy.
Oh, okay. Like some kind of branch of the evolutionary
Yes.
tree would be a lot less stunning because it's conceivable here. Beings from somewhere else, whether it's another dimension, another solar system, or another galaxy, because they know how to travel without having to cover the actual distance.
Yeah.
Like something like that. That would change everything.
You know,
it would change our understanding of how the universe works.
The only Bigfoot that we've actually documented was an alien and a cyborg and fought the $6 million man.
That's the biggest story.
So,
well, there are people that argue that Bigfoot is interdimensional.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how legitimate that is, but I know people think that it is.
Tell you guys about Dr. Kathy Maupin, BioBalance Health, BioBalance Skin. Again, just going to encourage you, like, you're going to have your time. I had my time, and I didn't know it was my time. It was about 7-8 years ago, and I was having breakfast with Dr. Maupin, and we're always real flirty with each other, and she's always like, you don't need to come see me. You got plenty of testosterone. Hubba. And on this particular day, she said, you know what? You should probably come in and take a blood test. And so I did, and I think your testosterone is supposed to be around 500. Mine was like 700, feeling good. And then she said, well, what really matters is your free testosterone, and it was low. So I started getting the pellets, and everything started getting better. As I've told you many times, last year through my own laziness, I didn't get my pellets for about 8 months, and so I got a really good baseline, blood work, and just the way I felt every day on what it feels to be 61-year-old Dave without any enhancements, and it wasn't great. So back on, not going to go back off. Right next door, BioBalance Skin. You get Botox and chemical peels and the M-Sculpt and the M-Face. Basically anything to make your face look better and younger and less wrinkly with the minimum of pain, and nothing is irreversible. BioBalanceHealth.com.
Around baseball, questions are being asked.
Why do they win so many one-run games? Why do they win games they shouldn't win?
Is this a rebuild, a reset, or something more?
You think this stuff would be happening?
A win, Burleson and Herrera developing fast enough to change everything in real time? When the day ends, the real conversation begins.
Bernie Miklasz, Matt Pauley, Kevin Wheeler hanging out with you talking cards.
Redbird Rush Hour, weekdays at 5. This is Cardinals Talk that doesn't flinch.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
SNL Coin. We buy gold and silver coins, silver and gold jewelry. Also buying gold-filled and silver plates. Before you sell, call SNL. 314-544-3600. 314-544-3600. SNL Coin.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, they're working with a crash right now, westbound 70 at 5th Street. They did have a lane blocked, but everything's on the shoulder now, so thankfully that's been moved out of the way quickly. But westbound 70 has heavy traffic coming out from 270 into that area, and it jams at our city out to that crash at 5th Street. Eastbound 64, they just cleared one at Big Bend. Eastbound 64 is jammed west of McKnight, Jobot Hanley, then it's opening up. South 170 bogs down between Delmar and Ladue. South 270, Olive to Ladue, 64 to Doherty Ferry, approaching 44 to Gravois. That's all slow. Southbound 141 jammed Big Bend down into Valley Park right now. That's pretty tough. You're better off sticking with 270 if you're anywhere in the area. Southbound 55, midway down from M through Highway Z, there's some heavier traffic there. Illinois traffic, eastbound 70 east of the Musial Veterans, slow. 64 backs up, approaching 255 over to 157. I'm Roger Brand in the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
You feel it every time you check out. Prices up, paychecks stretched, families squeezed. That's why Ann Wagner's fighting to get government off your back and out of your way. Wagner passed the largest tax cut in American history, expanded child tax credits, ended taxes on tips, overtime, and Social Security. And Wagner is working to lower costs so families keep more of their hard-earned money. But Ann Wagner knows delivering from Missouri means more than just protecting their wallets. It means protecting our streets as well. That's why Wagner fought to secure our border, deport dangerous illegal aliens, partner with law enforcement, and put predators behind bars and off our streets so our neighborhoods and communities stay safe. Because real effective leadership protects what matters most: your money, your family, your safety. Ann Wagner for Congress.
I'm Ann Wagner, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Ann Wagner for Congress.
At Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like customizing car insurance, just like how we customize a song for you. Catered country tune. Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks by protecting your truck. 'Cause Birdie told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. I'll always trust in Limu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
If your retirement plan is mostly what if and a little fingers crossed, you deserve better answers than that. Check out Wealth and Wisdom Saturdays at 7 a.m. here on KMOX. I'm Gary Goldberg. Call 800-966-1690.
Get inside your Redbirds in the 2026 season every Tuesday at noon. It's All Access with Cardinals manager Ollie Marmol on your voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by Financial and Tax Strategies.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. Dave Murray joins us, brought to you by the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center. Hello, Dave.
Hello there. All my friends in the stream were saying I was bad-mouthed earlier.
Well, you're about to be the only friend they have because these mofos are all about to go away. I'm not even kidding.
Andrew's got his finger over the mouse button right now.
Yeah, they're out of here.
It's gonna be.
Oh, look at it. He just did it.
Mitch didn't even do anything yet, Andrew.
It's going to be mass and it's going to be permanent.
He's out. He's gone.
He's not the only one.
Oh, yeah, he's got to go, too.
Oh, man. Look at them. They're all gone.
Out of here.
Up.
Bye, guys.
Just keep on going. Just keep
and it's
on
a
going.
holiday week.
I'll tell you when to stop.
So anyway, back to the original comment.
Yeah. So
yeah, they're lying.
No. You made me mad today because I know how much you hate hyperbole, but sometimes I think you downplay a little too much. And today in one of your forecasts, you said textbook St. Louis weather, and I'm like,
Yeah.
my balls say different because
All right, Mr. Easy Peasy Squeezy.
I'm just saying, this is not textbook.
Yes, it is. You know what? How many 4th of Julys, and this is a holiday week, how many 4th of Julys have we gone through that we've been in this? Exactly the same stuff. It's 93 right now. Come on.
112 real feel, according to Wheeler,
That's what it said.
for 7 days is not typical to me. Not a meteorologist, but as a feeler, it's like that feels bad.
Just check. It's 102. The heat index is 102 right now.
I can't help the bad
It's
info I get from
92
Wheeler.
over 102. Come on. Now, granted, June was great.
Why are you saying
The spring has
102
been
like
great.
that's cold?
Yeah, what does it go to, 68?
No, it's chilly today. It's only about 65.
Dave,
right now. It's
Dave,
still
what's
cloudy.
the difference between the a heat index or wind chill and the real feel? Is that the same thing?
Same thing.
Okay.
It's all the same thing.
Okay.
That AccuWeather
Just
put
different
the real
names
feel
for it.
on it.
Okay.
Yeah. They put their own
Good to know.
slap on it.
So, Dave, is there any real difference between today and Wednesday and Thursday? Like, is it pretty much going to be the same day?
Basically the same day. I think the haze will start to build on us a little bit tomorrow afternoon. I think temperatures will be up a few degrees. The hottest of this should be Wednesday, even though I'm going 98 tomorrow, 98 Wednesday, 98 Thursday. But I think the hottest it will feel will probably be Wednesday. Not that it makes any difference. It's not record heat. There are no records that are going to break here, but it's hot. It's humid. And nighttime lows only get back into the upper 70s, which is in a brick town. That's tough.
Vic
Brick
says,
buildings don't cool.
Vic says, I'm hanging out on the front porch. I love the heat. Get rid of Vic. Can you?
I was going to say, Vic, you should lay low, man. We're banning
Yeah,
people.
man.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Vic wants it too bad.
Oh, he's
I don't
begging
know.
to be banned?
Reverse psychology.
Yeah, I don't know what his motivations are. So
He's trying to egg you on.
yeah, he wants it too much.
That's funny. That's good. And then I guess it gets like livable hot later in the weekend, right?
Well, what adds the high pressure that's over us right now, sinking motion. That's why we will not see thunderstorms today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. It starts to move to the east come Thursday. So Friday, we start to add some pop thunderstorms. Same story on 4th of July, mainly afternoon, early evening variety. Little increase in that activity on Sunday as the high continues to slide to the east. So it's getting locked in for a couple of days, but it's not getting locked in. The deal is, even though they're isolated type thunderstorms, if you get under one, yes, the temperature is going to cool 20 degrees. Humidity is going to spike on you. But there could be heavy downpours of rain and thunder and lightning. So we have to kind of pay attention Friday afternoon, Saturday afternoon, and the evenings, and then maybe anytime on Sunday.
So are the lawns and the plants wet enough from the last week or so that they'll be okay?
The zoysia will love this stuff. This is custom made. The tomatoes will love this stuff. The cool season grasses, they're going to struggle a little bit only because it's, it was today, it's Tuesday, it's Wednesday, it's Thursday. That's a long stretch in this kind of heat. So they'll start to brown up on you.
Okay.
Don't need to, you need to water them to keep their roots healthy, but don't try to unbrown your lawn if you have a cool season because it's not going to work.
Gotcha. Headlines, Rach?
Yeah, let's start by talking about the fact that the Trump administration has posted a sample of the new passports. You guys remember this special U.S. passport is meant to mark the 250th anniversary, and President Trump is on the passport. So the sample page shows the president hovering over the Resolute desk with the Declaration of Independence text as a backdrop, his signature below. And there is a new phrase that they are associating with the passport that I actually kind of like. It's welcome, but be good.
Let me ask you a question. Aren't passports for U.S. citizens? So who are we welcoming?
Welcome back, but be good.
It's like, okay, wait, because you don't issue passports to people from other places. In other words, when you're welcoming them here and be good. So you're just telling Americans, okay, you were good before, you were bad when you left, and now you got to be good again. Like, what are we doing?
Well, I think
feel like
saying
we
be
mixed
good,
something up.
whether if you're a U.S. citizen, it's always a kind of a nice thing.
Yeah,
we already
be
live
good.
here. Like, what are you telling us?
Be good is just kind of a
Be
funny
good.
thing to say.
What are you
Like,
telling
be
us?
good. Be good.
I think somebody mistook it with a visa.
So this is a limited edition design, and it is going to become the default for in-person renewals at the Washington Passport Agency. But the standard look is going to stay the default at other locations and online renewals, which I need to renew my passport, so I guess I don't get
Be good,
Be
Rach.
good.
Yeah, be good.
You guys remember all of the controversy that surrounded Alligator Alcatraz?
Yeah.
Well, it is completely shut down nearly a year after it was built in the Everglades. This is according to Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. They announced a temporary closure of the facility earlier in June because hurricane season was making it unsafe to keep the detainees there. But now they're just saying it served its purpose for the time.
And what was the
We're
purpose?
done with Alligator Alcatraz.
Just to scare people?
I think it was to sound tough. Yeah.
Yeah, I
It'd
think
be
so
terrible.
too.
I mean, yeah. So at that point, you just paid for what, $250 million, and
Yeah.
it's already shut down.
Think what they could have done with that money.
I mean, oh yeah. How many people could you help with $300 million? Now, you can't solve every problem, but you could solve a lot of problems for people.
Have you guys seen the Army Hammer movie that came out over the weekend?
No.
Is it about cannibalism?
No. It is worse.
Oh, really?
It's called Citizen Vigilante. It's on, most of the streaming services. Elon loves it so much that he put it on X for free over the weekend. It's banned in Germany. It's being banned in several other places. I've seen enough of it on TikTok, like scenes, that Army Hammer is an American living in Europe who is just sick to death of immigrants raping and murdering people. So he's a vigilante and he goes around killing them. And it seems like it's not ironic. And so I guess white supremacists have picked up on it and are saying, like, this is the next evolution of man. This is a real man.
Didn't we have a movie like that in the 70s?
Yeah.
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 Bronson, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but see, they were hunting down people that did something bad to them.
Killed his family.
Not just random people that might have hurt someone else. Right? Like that was the famous revenge movies for Charles Bronson. It was like somebody killed his wife or somebody attacked his kid or whatever.
This is going to be a thing. I'm just telling you guys, like, keep your ears open. This movie and the reaction to it on both sides is going to be a thing. And they made it for like $5 million. It's already made like 70. So people are like, see, people are thirsty for this message. And
well, if they are, you only got one guy who's an outcast from Hollywood to do it. I mean, there's a reason it's Army Hammer, because Army Hammer has been basically run out.
You threatened to eat a couple of women, and all of a sudden, no one wants to cast you in movies anymore. I'm sick of the cancel culture. I'm sick of the woke BS. The U.S. Mint is releasing limited edition 4th of July quarters for America's 250th anniversary. It's going to produce 250,000 limited edition 2026 Declaration of Independence quarters, featuring a special July 4th privy mark as part of the celebration. I like stuff like this.
I do too. I like Susan B.
Yeah. They had I was really into those Sacagawea dollar
those
coins.
are cool. Yeah.
We talked about.
Can I tell you a story?
Yeah.
My mom and dad took me to Springfield, Illinois when I was, young. And the governor's name back then was, I think, Ogilvy. I don't know whether he went to prison or not, but we were visiting there, and his door was open, and he was sitting in there, and he goes, "Come on in, boy." And I went in there and talked to the governor, and he gave me a gold coin with his face on it, which I still have.
That's real neat.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Woof, woof.
Woof, woof.
Woof, woof.
I heard dogs barking somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought
you were talking about the governor.
No. I just heard dogs barking, so I feel like I need to answer.
Oh, that's a dog named Frazier.
Frazier.
Frazier's a little spaniel who loves tennis balls.
Nice.
And Frazier knows I have a bucket of tennis balls and other balls in the garage. So whenever Frazier gets out, he just lives right across the street. He grunts right to the house.
He's like, "Hey, can you come out and play, Dave?"
Is he like the Murray dog's best friends, or are they do they sort of?
Oh
Or
no,
they, like, get away from
they're
our
fine.
dad.
They're fine.
They're good.
It's so funny. I've been seeing so many stories of this just in the last couple of days on social media, like TikTok, whatever, of people having, they call them like transient dog neighbors, which is just dogs that will just wander over to their house, like their neighbors' dogs that will just like wander over, and they know how to like work the door. So they'll like just open the door and walk in and lay down on the couch. And
I had one like that. That was who was that? Stars. Stars got out one day, and all of a sudden our neighbor called and said, "Hey, your dog is here." He just all of a sudden walked by, opened the screen door, and came in and just plopped down on the cement.
Yeah. Our dog did this like when he was little. He was so little, like he crawled through the slats in our fence, is how little he was, into our neighbor's yard. Their door was cracked open. He ran in their door, upstairs, and then they had 3 dogs. Caught all their dogs by surprise because they were like, "What the heck's going on?" And he was just like there to play and hang out.
So our dog Murphy, who lived to be 17 or 18, golden. So he was like really smart.
Yeah.
And he would get out. And one time he got out, and he only got like 3 blocks away when we were living in Webster. And there is a neighbor who I didn't know, just this guy who kind of had him by the collar. And I'm like, "Oh, man, thank you so much. I appreciate it." And when I walked up, Murphy hit his back and gave me a look like I had beat him all the time. And the guy goes, "Are you sure this is your dog?"
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, "Yes, it's my dog." Just like, "Oh, when we get home," kind of thing. But I couldn't look like an abuser because he's accusing me of it. So I beat him. I beat him good. One more, Rach?
Yeah, one more. Mel Brooks turned 100 years old yesterday. The 2,000-year-old man turned 100. Thought that was
Yeah,
cool.
the whoever the movie place is, Blazing Saddles has been number 6 of the funniest movies of all time. And to honor Mel, they made it number 1.
That's very sweet.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
Enjoy the run-of-the-mill heat.
Thank you. Textbook. Tell you guys about Ben Barnett, who is my newest client. He is with Timberline Professional Tree Care. Very impressive guy. Impressive in the way that he just seems like all the men who I grew up with when I was a kid. Just a working guy, and looks you in the eye and gives you a firm handshake. And if he says it's $400, it's $400. Like, you can, take it to the bank. He is one of only a couple certified master arborists in St. Louis. There are 7 other certified arborists on staff at Timberline. There's going to be one with every crew. We can plant trees. We can take trees out. We can remove stumps. We can diagnose what is, causing your tree to lose its leaves or its bark. Maybe it's the soil. Maybe it's planted too deep. Maybe it's planted too shallow. Maybe it's a bug infestation. But anything tree related, of course, including, cleanup after storms, we can do it. And they're very, very fair. Great company. STLTreeCare.com for Timberline.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Those traffic reports, a service of the Sandberg Phoenix Law Firm. If you're traveling on southbound 270 this afternoon, we have slow traffic right around 64 in pockets, really all the way down to Gravel. It's just busy the whole run through there. Southbound 170, you've got delays from Delmar down to 64. That's stop and go. Westbound 64 Kings Highway out to Clayton Skinkers backed up. Both directions, 64 at 270 are kind of slow. And after that, west of Lake St. Louis Boulevard out to Highway 70. Westbound 370, the Mills out to the Discovery Bridge is heavy. Westbound Highway 70, a little busy at the Rock Road and through our city. We had that earlier crash at 5th Street, but it looks good out in the Wentzville area right now. If you're on southbound Highway 55, you got that heavy traffic from just south of M most of the way down through Highway Z. Downtown westbound 44 slow between the bridges, and on the Illinois side, you've got the delays eastbound 64 approaching east of 111 to most of the way to 157, and eastbound 70 east of the Mutual Veterans is heavy through Packers Avenue. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Sandberg Phoenix serves your business in litigation, intellectual property, and products liability. We're more than a law firm. We're committed to your success. Learn more at sandbergphoenix.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
The soundtrack of classic rock is coming to Hollywood Casino Amphitheater August 6th. Leonard Skinner and Foreigner joining forces for one epic night of legendary hits and unforgettable memories. It's the Double Trouble Double Vision Tour. From sweet home Alabama to cold as ice. Don't miss your chance to experience these two Rock and Roll Hall of Fame acts in one incredible show. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com. For more info, KMOX.com/events.
Considering buying or selling a home? When it comes to the Gelman team with eXp Realty, numbers don't lie. Over 1,500 Google and Zillow 5-star reviews, nearly 6,000 homes, and $2.5 billion in real estate sold. Call 314-336-1991, thegelmanteam.com.
Let me tell you something about insurance. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, so do the gaps and the risk. So go to Supersure.com. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just go buy a policy online. Supersure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At Supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts. It'll translate your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to Supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Supersure.com. That's Supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
You work hard, follow the rules, and get absolutely slammed by taxes. Your paycheck, taxed. Your property, taxed. Everything you buy, taxed. Missouri's tax system isn't broken, it's rigged against you. The lawyers and lobbyists working for big corporations and the super rich buried over 200 loopholes for themselves in our tax code. While they pay nothing on the services they use, working families are taxed over and over. It's no wonder they're lying about Amendment 5. Our corrupt tax system is rigged in their favor. They're getting a free ride on your back. Don't believe their lies. The truth is, Amendment 5 closes loopholes exploited by the super rich and slashes taxes paid by Missouri's working families, phasing out income taxes and cutting property taxes. They finally pay what they owe while you keep what you earn. Vote yes on Amendment 5. Paid for by Missouri Promise PAC.
It's 3:53. This time check is brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
353 DGS. MMC on the stream says, hey guys, I park in the same crazy garage you guys do. Are you having the same problems not knowing what the hell is going on? I think they're resurfacing.
They are, yeah.
And I think it's going to last all week. So,
yeah, they're resurfacing multiple, like a couple levels now, and those are the ones we're not allowed to use. And then they'll move. I guess they're going to move up from there.
Cardinal Report, sponsored by Rawlings. Visit the Rawlings Experience at Westport. Lindsay from Rawlings is coming in tomorrow, right?
Nice.
Awesome. Can't wait to see her again. Wheels, tell me about the next couple of teams we're facing, the Braves and the Cubs.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're both pretty good. You know, the Cubs have had a lot of injuries, so when you get to them, I mean, you're really dealing with kind of like the B team when it comes to their starting rotation. But even with all of those injuries, they are still ahead of the Cardinals in the standings by a game and a half. You know, they're right there in the second wild card. I think the Cardinals are the third wild card right now. And then Atlanta's been a bit of surprise in the sense that they've had a boatload of injuries, like starting pitchers. Ronald Acuna's been out twice now, and they have, I think, the second or third best record in the National League, first place in the National League East. So it's gonna be a tough week, be a challenge.
And Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
When you want a brand new kitchen, there's nothing.